It's a ton of fun. So talking about the podcast real quick. So the Dreaming About podcast, the biggest goal behind it, I've been thinking about it all day. I think the biggest topic we want to talk about, whether we invite guests, whether we're talking to the chat, topics we're going to discuss, it's like, as you guys know, my title is Unreal Dreamer. I like to come up with these crazy ideas that seem unreal. So I think that's what this podcast is going to talk about. It's going to talk about how I got these unreal ideas and what I'm doing to make them a reality. How you guys got some crazy ideas and you want to make that a reality. How people in general have these amazing things they want to do in life. But for whatever reason, whether it's family circumstances or, you know, just life things pop up, they can't do it or they decide they shouldn't do it, you know? So that's going to be the main stuff that we talk about.
Most certainly. Looking forward to it. Let's see. That's probably going to be a little bit farther down the line, but tonight, let's see.
First topic of the day, as you all know, the ranked season of Season 8 just ended. It's over. If you wanted to get a better rank, I'm sorry, you're out of luck. If you got your dream rank, congratulations on making your unreal dreams a reality. I wish you the best of luck. But all of the grinding for this season is now officially over. We are now in the off season as we wait for preseason to roll in most likely next week. I'm super excited for it. I'm curious. In Slavic team, we don't play League. League plays us.
Yes,
That's great.
Very much so.
That's great. But yeah, so like, I guess to start things off, the first thing I want to ask, Scientiff, since you're a platinum, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir. Plat 4. I ended the
4.
season Plat 4 3LP.
Wow. Not only do you edit videos for the channel, not only do you do graphics, but you're even a better rank than the streamer of this channel. That's insane. That is nuts.
I've been playing League for a long ass time. How long have you been playing for?
I've been playing League for a very, very long time too. Since about season 3, to be honest with you. I'm ashamed to say I was bronze for a good 4 to 5 years.
Hey, don't worry. Pretty much all my friends will start out bronze, and then they just get better. Most of them are like platinum now. We have somebody that's still pretty hard stuck gold, but just learning the game really is a good way to get better at it, I guess, if you will.
Nice. Yeah, I will say the biggest thing that helped me personally was watching pro players play, like Aframu, Bunny Fufu, especially because of how funny Bunny Fufu is.
Yes.
Just watching them play and like picking up their habits was definitely something that helped me climb the fastest. So, chat, by the way, real quick question. What about you guys? Well, what ranks did you guys hit? Did you hit your goals? Are you happy with where you're at? I need gold next season, Sharukin. I feel you, my dude. I feel you.
Gucci.
You hit bronze 1, dude. That's goals right there. Took me forever to hit bronze. It took me forever to get out of bronze 5. Took me 2 years. 2 years to get out of bronze 5, chat. That's a true story.
What were you playing at bronze 5?
You know, bronze 5 was interesting. It was a lot of fun. You can do... I will say, you can do things and you see things that you will never see ever again once you get out of that division.
Yeah, seeing stuff like, have you ever heard of Salty Timo? It's a Twitch, it's like a random Twitch stream that streams exclusively low elo games. And the stuff you will see in the depths of low bronze 5 is absolutely insane.
Dude, it's nuts. It's mind-blowing stuff, man. I'm just gonna spam Aatrox jungle. Yo, dude. So let's talk about that real quick, about climbing in the upcoming preseason or the ranked season.
Yeah.
If you're in bronze or silver, and I would love to hear your opinion on this, Scientiff. I'm a firm believer that if you're mechanically gifted, or you've been practicing a lot and you're mechanically skilled in a champion, no matter what role you play the champion in, if you're good at it mechanically speaking, you can carry yourself out.
Out of like bronze and silver, I think bronze, silver, and gold. I think anybody should be able to play something and carry themselves out. And if they, it's kind of harsh, but if they can't carry themselves out, you need to get better.
I agree. I 100% agree.
The number one thing about trying to climb out of lower divisions is generally people don't understand the game well enough. They don't understand matchups. I assume for like either solo lanes and AD carries, CSing, junglers, pathings. It's really about learning the game, like learning everything you possibly can about it, and then actually, number one thing is actually applying it, because the amount of brain dead players you'll see in League of Legends, I'm sure everybody can complain about it.
Yep.
It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is, man. Climbing in bronze is alright, as long as you don't go autopilot and think about what you're doing, you're fine. I agree with that. When it comes to bronze, like, a lot of people in ranked right now especially, they go into autopilot and they, you know, they focus on fighting and always being in action, you know what I mean? Versus, like, focusing on objectives for turrets, or, you know, trying to get objectives like the Dragon and the Baron, rotating and placing wards. Chat, if there's any support mains in the chat, if you want to know a trick, a guaranteed way to get out of bronze, you have to become the Aframu of your team. For those that don't know who he is, he's basically the shot caller right now for 100 Thieves, and has been the shot caller for all of the professional teams that he's been in. Like, that's my best advice for getting out of bronze as a support main, is like, if you can be good at shot calling and focusing on objectives versus kills, 9 times out of 10 you can carry the game.
Yeah, shot calling is very important, especially. It's a good skill to have in general, because it proves that you're not a mindless player.
Yep.
And I think for support players, it's easier to be able to become a shot caller. So, for example, I'm one of the main shot callers for our league competition team. So you have a lot less stuff you need to focus on, like wave manipulation and CSing as a support player, and you have a lot more free time pretty much to look around the minimap. So you're able to determine a lot more things like, hey, should we go to this objective next, or should we try and prioritize mid lane next? And that's just a super good thing to have when you try and climb, because if the enemy team is brain dead and you at least have one person that knows what they're doing on your team, free win. Legit.
Yep.
And also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to say one thing about trying to climb as a support in low elos. I really recommend playing people like Zyra, Brand, and Vel'Koz. They're super easy to play, and they're really good at punishing positional mistakes once you get good at skill shots, and they deal a lot of damage.
Yeah,
like
I agree with that sentiment, just because like you said, like doing a lot of damage is super important in low elo, and if your AD carry isn't good enough, now granted you're in bronze too, so you're just as bad as the other bronze players. Not to sound mean, remember, I was in bronze for 5 years. I'm only gold right now. I'm still garbage at the game, chat, right? But it's just a fact. When you're in bronze, everyone, including yourself, is garbage. Got to remind yourself that, you know? You're trying to get better. But if you play those heavy damage supports, you make it so you don't got to rely on your team that much. And that's the greatest, that's the greatest thing you can have trying to climb out of bronze, is not relying on your team, which is kind of counterintuitive, considering League is a 5v5 team game, but you won't get any team synergy. You're lucky if you do in bronze elo, at least in my opinion.
I just saw a comment from Seeker asking about Tarek support, and I think Tarek, he has a really small player base. He's like a 1% play rate, I think. He has a fairly high win rate, which is good. He actually does really well in solo queue. He's ridiculously team reliant.
Yep.
But I think if you can get a competent team, the invulnerability on his ulti is super good for setting up team coordinated plays. Like dives, team fights, it's super great if you can actually master how to use his ulti.
Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna... I got permabanned on my level 6 ult for saying some French referring to a plat... Yo, Fundan, welcome to the chat, my man. Welcome to the chat. Yo, so, Seeker, talking about that. So, me personally, I get out of bronze 5 and bronze in general into silver thanks to Rakan. Now, one thing about Rakan is, unless you build him full AP, and even then, he doesn't do much damage compared to your heavy damage supports like Zyra, like Brand, you know? He's similar to Tarek, where he is team reliant. You have all the CC in the world, just like Tarek does. But, if your team doesn't engage when you engage, not only are you wasting your abilities, but, you know, like, you're losing out on lots of opportunities to win the game. So, I will say it's a little harder, but it's 100% doable to climb with Tarek, especially if you one-trick him. And you gotta get aggressive with shot calling if you're gonna play a support champion that requires that teamwork, like Rakan, like Tarek. So, my biggest thing on that is make sure that when you're going to go in with your ult, or if you're going to rotate to mid lane to help them out, ping it. Hey, I'm leaving lane. Be careful. You know?
Most certainly.
Or if, like, there's 4 people in mid lane, and your top lane is off, like, split pushing, and you need him mid, so you can do this beautiful 5v5 Taric ult combo. Ping him. Like, spam ping him. Hey, I need you mid. We can win the game. I need you to trust me. You know? And people... and the biggest thing with bronze is, like... and it's funny, because I say don't listen to others in bronze, right? So you got to remember, other people don't want to listen to you because you're in bronze. But... you'd be surprised if you can be annoying with your pings and you can sound like the dominant person in the chat saying, we need to do this, not asking, but saying, hey, this is the call. I need you to listen. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to listen.
One point I saw, give me a second, what's the person's name? Fundan. I saw he mentioned, what was it? Use Garen to climb more fun. I just wanted to elaborate on using simple champions. I don't know about how many people here know about a person named LS. He is a Korean analyst slash pretty high rank League of Legends player. He recommends at pretty much every single one of his tier lists, Annie for platinum below is ridiculously high up there just because he says how important it is to master just some simple champion. And being able to play such a simple champion and being able to climb is super important.
Yep.
Like one-tricking a simple champ is so important.
It's so important. I will say, like, the flip side, okay, thanks, guys. Big help. Of course, Seeker, of course. I will say, just to finish off what you asked, Seeker, make sure you're aggressive with the shot calling, man. If Taric is your guy, like Rakan was my guy, like, they're both team reliant. You gotta be the dominant personality on your team. And I know that can be hard sometimes, but that's just what you gotta do. How do I climb as Thresh? Snowy, same thing. Thresh, that's a really good... I actually want to talk about that, but just to go back on what Fundan was saying, what you were saying, Scientiff. Playing simple champions in low elo is amazing. It's one of the greatest things you can do. Because...
you have less...
go ahead.
I was gonna say you have less spaces to F up.
No, exactly, because you don't have many mechanics you gotta pay attention to, right? And it allows you to pay attention to other things, like placing wards, like taking the objective. Like using a support champion like Janna versus using Rakan in the bot lane. I bet you $1 million it would be no offense to Janna mains in the chat, I apologize, but I bet you $1 million if I was playing Janna on stream, my vision score would triple compared to me playing Rakan or Pyke on stream. Just because you don't have to focus as much on your mechanical skills as you would playing Janna or an easy low skill champ. So one trick in a simple champ. Yeah, one trick. Soraka and Janna, those are both really good champs to one trick as a support main in the low elo.
Can I throw in some advice for Snowy as a person that personally has used Thresh to climb a little bit? He actually got me back into Platinum this season. I went on like a massive,
for sure.
I went on like a pretty nice 10-game win streak. With Thresh, I recommend somebody you have like a duo partner, like a competent, aggressive AD carry player, because what Thresh really wants to do in a game is snowball and snowball hard. Because Thresh is not as, like... Who just said Relic Shield? Hell no. You do not want Relic Shield on Thresh.
Don't take... Not being mean. Fundan. Not being mean, but trust me when I say don't take Relic Shield on Thresh. It's a bad idea.
Learning to CS... You can learn to CS playing mid lane, top lane, or AD carry.
Yeah,
With Thresh, what you want to get the... What is it? I think it's called Eye of the Oasis as fast as possible.
Yeah.
To snowball, get the vision down on the enemy jungle, and pretty much just take over the game. Because Thresh doesn't scale as well as some of like your caster supports like Sona, Soraka, Janna. Because to be fair, he has to do a lot in team fights later in the games. He has to land multiple hooks in a row, and against competent players, that can be pretty hard. So Thresh really wants to just get the game rolling where he can get hooks coming out of blind visions and whatnot. So, yeah. Get a competent lane, get a competent duo partner that you can play with. That's like extremely aggressive. I recommend Draven one tricks.
Yeah.
I played with one earlier this season. Super fun because you can just pretty much stomp lane in pretty much any matchup.
My biggest warning on that is Draven and Thresh go really well with each other, but on the same token, Draven and low elo, like you gotta make sure the dude is a one trick and he only plays Draven because as someone that's tried him, he is so mechanically hard. Like
he is hard.
Insanely hard, and especially for a low elo player that's still learning the game, even one tricking him, you gotta make sure he's got some talent with the champ before you duo with the guy. And then Thresh is just like Rakan and Taric in the sense that even though there's a lot of outplay potential on Thresh, you still, how do I say? You still gotta make sure you're pinging your team just like Rakan and Taric would. You know, like, you gotta be the shot caller for Thresh. Welcome back, my man. Welcome back. You don't care about farm that much, and Thresh doesn't care too much about tankiness. You want to be, like, slightly tanky. You want resistances. Ooh. We got him. Chat, we're about to see the man, the genius behind the podcast. Live, in action. Possibly. It's still black. I wonder why it's black. But yeah, going back to the whole Thresh thing, like, you want to make sure you're being the dominant shot caller when you're playing Thresh. He's just like Taric. He's like any other support that requires teamwork. You got to be the dominant personality. And you got to be making the right calls. And you only learn... This is a fun fact. In my opinion, the way to climb out of bronze and silver is lose a lot of games and make a lot of mistakes. 100%. What do you think about that, Scientiff?
Well, of course. I would rather say, what is it? A wise man learns from his mistakes. A wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. So, for example, just learning through other people by like learning through guides, etc. But I understand like being able to realize, oh, I fucked that up, and I should do better next time.
Yep.
Like learning your own faults
yeah.
is of course super important, and then trying to capitalize on those and basically make them more solid, focusing on your weaknesses.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Nullifying those.
Yeah, like, and then also the your best friend in low elo climbing and ranked. This will probably be like the last thing, unless someone wants to bring another topic. Is
Confucius.
When you're climbing in low elo, chat, there's only one thing that can tilt you more than anything else in League of Legends, and that's your teammates and the enemy team. That's just a fact. Like, you make a dumb play, right? Yeah, that's kind of tilting, but what makes it worse is when 4 of your teammates ping you, and they're like, bro, what the F are you doing? Why are you on my team, right? Like, it's super tilting, and it messes your entire game up, right? So, honestly, I say this all the time. /mute all, 1000%. If you want to get good at shot calling, and you want to be the dominant personality, a great way to do that without, like, you know, feeling bad for your teammates is if you /mute all. You're the shot caller, you're chatting, but you can't see what your teammates are saying, you know? So it's like, it looks rude. You're ignoring your teammates, and you're not paying attention, but at the same time, like, you're constantly spraying out all these judgment calls, so they're kind of forced to listen to you. Like, I don't know. Chat, you probably have noticed this. There's some times where I'm like, let's go for Baron. I'll make the call, like, hey, let's go for Baron. There's 2 down or there's 1 down on the enemy team. Even if they try to steal, we should be able to secure it. I'm confident, let's do it. And sometimes you guys won't listen because you think it's a bad call. Maybe it is a bad call, right? Because I'm not always right. I'm only gold. And you'll see that I hit the Baron and I just start it, whether or not you guys are joining or not. So, and then that's when everybody comes and like, oh, snap. Well, if he's starting Baron, we got to do it, right? So, sometimes you gotta force the call.
Gonna move that over to the side there. There we go.
Scientiff with the low. Hot as hell in Ushanka.
Ushanka? Oh, yes, sir. That is what the house hat is called over in Russia.
Interesting. Interesting. Better waifu material, Yoon or me? But yeah, so I think that basically wraps up this past rank season and just climbing in low elo, right?
Rank season, oh yeah.
Awesome. So next thing to talk about obviously is rank season is done. As much as we can talk about climbing in low elo, like if you want to climb, I'm sorry, chat, it's over. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing I can do. I really wanted to hit plat. That wasn't my goal. My goal was gold. I hit that. I'm happy. but plat would have been nice. But the next big thing to talk about is off-season and preseason. Man, I don't know if you've seen chat. Scientiff, you've looked into it. I know you have.
Yes.
Preseason looks nuts. There's so many changes happening right now.
Yeah, for sure. They want to, well, I have a, one of the major things that they want is to extend laning phase. Let's see, bring back sort of the old rune page where you're actually able to get like flat stat bonuses with like armor, scaling CDR. I think they're allowing an option for extra AD and AP. I'm not 100% sure. I need to figure that out.
Yep.
They want to make comebacks more achievable and satisfying, I guess they want to say.
And that's spicy, because that was one of my favorite things about Season 3 in League was, like, you never know if, like, one mistake could make a comeback happen. You know what I mean? That's what made it so much fun, is because you felt like you were always in the game. So if they can bring that back, I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
See, I'll link you the thing right now. But the main thing that they want to do to make the comebacks easier, if you will, is showing people's actual gold bounties when you press tab under the player tabs. So you see everybody and their possible bounties that they have. And also they're going to cap bounties at 1,000. So you're not getting like 1,500 gold for that one like super fed 8 no vein. And they will be, what is it? Minion and monster gold is now part of the bounty system. So I'm not 100% sure as to what they want to do with that. I haven't asked too many high or low people.
Right.
But however, I know that they said they wanted to assign bounty levels more accurately to account for leads that don't come solely from champ kills. So for example, if the enemy Tryndamere is pretty much flame horizoning the enemy top laner,
right,
or they have like 100 plus CS at like 30 minutes and they haven't died yet, or they're playing like 0 damage Tryndamere, you'll be able to get a fair amount of gold off of them, which can make sense, I guess. I haven't really thought too much into that yet.
Yeah, I will say something I've noticed, and you've probably noticed it in chat, maybe possibly, is they're bringing back carryability. I don't know if that's a word. If it isn't, I just made it up. The ability to carry in a game, right? They're bringing that back, which is nice, because that was a big thing that a lot of people didn't like in Season 8, is if your team wasn't making the best choices, or one teammate made one mistake, like, it was so punishing, no matter how good you were in the game, no matter how much you were carrying your team, boom, that costed you the match. But now, if you got one fed person on your team, that's almost enough to win the game. If they know what they're doing, and they're outplaying and making the right shot calls to beat the enemy team. And, you know, a lot of people left League because they got rid of that. It looks like, you know, Riot Games hurt us, so they're bringing that back. It's pretty nice. I'm pretty excited for it. Hopefully they keep that this preseason. All the better on Pyke. Yeah, dude, all the better on Pyke. I'm so excited for it.
You get that 1,000 kill.
I'm gonna go slightly off topic. For anyone that did not read last patch notes, they changed Pyke from tank Pyke to lethality Pyke, and it's something I've been begging Riot to do. They finally done it. Scientiff says no, but I'm saying yes. They finally done it, so now there's a skill cap to this champ. Now you get punished a lot more, but if you can, like, if you know when to go in and when to get out, the plays you can make, oh my god. So satisfied. You feel like you're a LeBlanc, you know? Like, it's easy for you to get melted, but at the same time, like, you can get in there, melt them, and get out if you know what you're doing.
I feel like the thing with tanking Pyke, when they nerfed it, I've been talking with one of the, he's a Masters Pyke one trick. He got there pretty recently just by spamming the hell out of tank Pyke. And he said that tank Pyke's still viable, but I know, I think it's weird that Riot decided to make Pyke scale with lethality. I mean, no other champions in League, from my knowledge, scales with lethality.
Yeah.
As far as ability scalings go.
Yeah, you're right.
And basically they're pigeonholing him into building, what is it, like, Edge of Night, Yomu's, and Duskblade. And to be fair,
BB.
I just really don't like Duskblade.
No, this is interesting. So why do you think this is bad, so to say, or maybe you're not a fan of it?
It's pigeonholing Pyke so that he's not able to build defensive. So okay, maybe that's just something so I can like have bullshit plays with Tank Pike. But
Yeah, you know, like
I
I like
would
to get
much
punished.
rather-
I'm weird. I like to get punished for my plays. Like it's just how I am, chat. Like Master Bro,
yes.
welcome to the chat, my
Punish.
dude. Welcome to our first podcast. Good to have you, my man. I think it's about time that Pike isn't either ridiculously broken to the point where you can't kill him, but he's still getting a quadra kill, right? Versus, you know, not
Pike
being
being-
tanky enough, melting, and still not having that execute threshold he needs to pop off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But
there's
granted,
definitely-
you are right. On the flip side is Dreamer is a league masochist. Oh, unique 1000%. I agree with that statement. He likes being punished in League of Legends all day, BB.
I love playing Jen and getting ulted by the 16-0 enemy Zed.
Yo, how can I join that third screen though? Yo, Master Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to make it so that 3 people can video chat at the same time. For whatever reason, Discord's been fighting me all month and it won't let me do it. Right now, I got Scientiff full screen on my second monitor, and then I just minimized the size of it so he can fit into the hole. So right now, I can only have a max of 2 people video chatting, but if you want to join, you want to discuss about a specific topic that interests you, let me know, and we'll have you join the Discord call. You know what I mean? He likes being punished, dude. What can I say? I love being punished in League. It's super satisfying, man. And then you come back after being punished, and they're like, "Oh my God, how did he do it?" It's so satisfying, so nice.
Let's see, one thing I wanted to talk about, maybe I don't know if we're entirely qualified to talk about it, since we're both pretty okay support mains.
I mean,
Is possibly
I'm an
the
okay
preseason
support
meta
main.
for
I'm in the
support.
top 25%. Dude, you're platinum. Whether that's... I understand that's not diamond and that's not, you know, cream of the crop, but you're still in the top 10% in the nation.
I think it's top 5.
Oh, even better. You're in the top 5% of North America, regardless of what diamond mains want to, like, you know, shit talk about. The fact is, you're better than, like, 95% of America. You know what I mean?
More or less.
Yeah, more or less. You know, feels good, man. Feels good, man. So I think you of all people have some say in, like, you know, how the meta's going, or. But go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, looking at the meta so far, I'm pretty sure. Have you done any extrapolations as to what the meta will be starting in was it like patch 8.23?
I know how
Because-
top lane meta is gonna be, and I'm not happy about it. It's
Oh, are they doing
it's tank meta's coming back, and for anyone in the chat that knows me, tanks are the one class.
Oh, Shield Bash, forget about that.
Yeah, tanks. Thanks to the Shield Bash rune, tanks are one of the classes that I don't like going up against. I like tanks in the game, and I think every game should have a tank class, but they shouldn't be the dominant class, in my opinion.
Indeed. Yeah, tank meta's never really fun. Especially
It's not, in my opinion.
yeah, when tank meta actually I could say that. Depends if who actually abuses Shield Bash, because I remember some people saying Ribbon would be really good with it. I've seen some other stuff pop up here and there. Because whenever you get tank meta, and I know Riot said they wanted to extend laning phase, so I'm not 100% sure as to who that benefits or who that nullifies.
Right.
But also they said they wanted to make a losing matchup not feel like a surrendered lane. And when I see that, I think it's going to be like a Lulu Cog Vayne Janna lane. So where everybody just tries to go ultra even. So it'd be kind of like, it kind of puts you in like season 7 meta, dare I say.
The
So you
rise
have,
of
like-
the enchanters.
Yeah, so you have like Hyper Tank's top lane, you know, you have your Cho'Gaths. Maokai probably won't show up. He's pretty bad right now, but you have
Right.
Cho'Gath, Scion. Oh, Scion. Ooh, be interesting to see. For the time being, though, I still think support enchanters leave something to be desired, because picks like Alistar, Thresh are way more impressive than, say, like a Lulu Janna would be right now. Also, a fun little strat that I've been trying out a little bit, I guess you could say, is Aftershock Fiddle with Hex Flash.
Oh boy.
Is it's on op.gg. It's considered top tier.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna try some of that.
That's spicy. Yeah, if Fiddlesticks might make a return with the tank meta because he's been known to be like pretty good with Aftershock, to be quite honest with you. Gets him the survivability he needs to like, go over the wall with his ult and pop his hourglass and then still be able to get the full duration after hourglass goes off thanks to Aftershock, resistances. So hashtag make Sonya great again. Unique, I kind of feel you there, but at the same time, it would bring back Lulu, and for anyone that knows me, it's the one champion I don't like to play as a support. So,
let's see.
It would also make Rakan great as an enchanter, because right now he's good as a tank enchanter, and that's not my favorite. I prefer him to have Summon Airy be the greatest rune versus, Guardian right now. So, that would be nice. That would be nice. Hashtag bring Airy back on Rakan.
Let's see. I think if Sona was to actually come back, she'd have to have some... She's just such a squishy-ass champion. So, or like anything like a Thresh insta-kills her level 2, like even a Thresh does.
Yep.
And... yeah, with that... yeah, I just can't see it happening. Sona hasn't been like support meta since like season 2, 3, I think, if I'm correct.
Yeah, she had a moment to shine for like 2 weeks, and then Riot Games was like, oh no, Sona's doing good, that's not good, and then like completely gutted her again. Which, granted, in Bronze, Sonya's actually, in my opinion, a great support to climb with.
Oh yeah, with people that
just because of the amount of damage and support she gives her team. The enemy team, since they're so like low elo, they don't know how to react to it. So there's that, but and speaking for viability in the higher elos, Sonya's definitely having a tough time right now, and she has been since season 3. You're right.
I think
one thing for sure to talk about now that we're talking about runes is they're bringing back the ability to. We're not bringing back. I guess they're kind of bringing it back. The ability to choose your stats on top of your keystone runes. So now you can go. If I'm not mistaken, the idea is you can go Aftershock, right? Or the new Shield Bash rune, and still be able to pick, damage or cooldown reduction as your stats versus having to be tanky stats with the Resolve Keystone tree, so to speak. That's interesting. I'm actually excited for that.
Yeah, it'll create, I don't know if it'll create more so. It'll just allow people to have a little bit more defensive itemizations or aggressive itemizations if they choose so, and whatnot. Because I remember a lot of champions did well with the scaling CDR runes. I can't remember exactly, but I remember some like mid laners would do well on it because sometimes it's hard to build 40% CDR in mid laners. So that'll be interesting to see what opportunities that creates, if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure, but...
yeah, no, I will say what I'm worried about is, so if there's any one thing I've learned about League of Legends, it's like, so people that complain about the new runes reforged, right? Typically those people are mad that there's a consistent meta to what keystones you have to pick, right? In my opinion, though, if you played back in Season 3, if you didn't have a specific rune page back in Season 3, you were not viable, period. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't go cooldown reduction on Riven, you would get blown out by a mirror match Riven that had cooldown reduction, you know?
I never actually... I was kind of glad when they introduced Runes Reforged because
me too.
I did not have enough. I was pretty much IP farming for champions, so I never actually invested that much into support rune pages. I had an AD everything and an AP everything page.
Wow.
And albeit that managed to get me into
gold. I did that for the longest time, so I hear you there.
Yeah. So that managed to get me to gold, but I think with the... yeah, for sure. Having those extra options, like to go either... I think it's like scaling health, extra armor, or MR, depending on the lane, will be super impactful.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice having the variety of options. I just hope that the people that come up with the metas, or the geniuses that crunch all the numbers and come up with the most viable way to be effective on a champion. I'm hoping that it doesn't become you have to pick these stats with this keystone. The good news is though, there's gonna be more options, So there will be more opportunities for changes in the meta and for different play styles to come through. So that's what I'm most excited about is the option to choose your play style. That's something that I feel like should definitely be in the game 1000%.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing what will be coming through next season.
Yeah, like
did we wanna...
Dark Harvest, all damage, Pike support. That would be beautiful.
That's a little questionable. If I was, let's see. I think we can move on to what is it? Content creation stuff.
Yeah.
I think we've done.
Before we do that, one last thing I want to talk about is Clash. Seeker just brought that up, and I feel like that's a spicy topic to talk about. We weren't gonna do it because we hadn't come up with it, but I feel like it's a good thing to talk about. What do you think?
Well, when Crash actually does work,
when Clash actually works.
You place that L with an R, and then we got it. Clash is. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it's super nice if you actually have either per se the friend group or have the connections to get to 5 people. The time actually,
Yeah, the time is tough.
Has a very concise sleep schedule. It's really weird. He goes to bed at like 10 o'clock every night, but he's like, do I really have to play in the 3 bracket games?
Yeah, and like if you keep winning, you gotta keep playing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think the good thing about that though is personally I'm excited for it because it's gonna. One of the biggest things that's bad about our pro scene compared to a lot of other esports, and just sports in general, like physical sports like basketball, right? Is the people that are pros tend to be the only pros. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Doublelift and Afremu and Reckless have been professionals in the game since back in season 2 and 3. Even some of them even season 1, you know? And a lot of that is because I think there just isn't the opportunity to climb as a pro or get recognized, and I think Clash would be, you know.
Well,
what's your opinion on that?
Esport. Oh boy, then we go down the esports rabbit hole. I'm just gonna keep this brief. Riot Games, I should say, is doing their best to try and harvest more talent recently with like Scouting Grounds. Academy League has been. I remember watching some. I think it's like Thorn and Loco Worlds. I don't know if you follow them. But
not yet. But I should probably get into Academy League, to be honest.
Yeah, Academy League apparently has been helping a lot with trying to cultivate more NA talent. I mean, if you've seen what C9 has done with their roster, absolutely insane.
Oh, dude, C9, that's a spicy topic. You got a point. They're definitely doing a better job at it. I just feel like at the challenger level or the diamond level, like if you're playing Clash, it will get you a good idea on, hey, this is what the pro scene looks like. I know you don't like staying up in the middle of the night going through a triple bracket system, right? But that's how pros scrims are, you know? Like, they scrim for 8 to 12 hours a day. Almost 5 to 7 days a week. Unless you're NA, and then NA, you know, we play Fortnite and World of Warcraft on our days off.
Ooh.
In the pro scene, but, you know.
We like Fortnite.
Fortnite.
I think Clash is too casual to be considered like a professional scrim atmosphere.
Interesting.
If you want, the way, if I'm correct, that people get noticed, you start with solo queue, because solo queue expresses you are good as an individual player,
right?
And then oftentimes they have extremely strong individual performances,
right?
But then they will become molded towards the team. Like, they become more of a team player as they become picked up by a team or an organization, and they go through all these scrims, and they'll be, or just going to like local LAN tournaments, I guess, and getting better at teamwork and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Clash, I think it's good for like a, kind of reminds me, I think of it almost as like the little leagues, if you will.
Okay.
It's like a fun little thing for us peasants to enjoy.
For us. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you think it's like the little leagues to the academy or the D League of the professional scene for League?
It's kind of like it's detached, because I'm pretty sure Riot doesn't give a darn about who won the latest Clash tourney in like the challenger brackets.
No, that's a really good point. So I agree with you on the fact that Riot probably not probably, they don't care.
Or
about,
any esports org, I should say.
Yeah. Any esports organization. I agree that they don't watch Clash and like who won Clash, right? But I will say, do you think it's a good way for those that are interested in the pro team, like, you know, environment? Do you think it's a good way for them to get used to that? If you're at the Diamond and Challenger level, not Plat or Gold, but, you know, the top tier.
In the meantime, Clash is way too infrequent for that. If you were to try...
Agreed.
I'm not too sure what people do. If I'm correct, they mostly do, like, online scrims.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of my friends peaked Master Tier, and she was on a semi-pro team for League of Legends for a while. She was, like, Janet. Yeah.
Oh, you should see if I could become friends with them so I can become Master Tier. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Janet player. I think she's, like, what, top 500 Overwatch?
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Yeah. She's a really good player. So, basically, yeah, you go to a team and you'd scrim online for a long time versus other players of similar skill level instead of Clash, because Clash takes forever to get through scouting phase.
Right.
Actually, never mind. Scouting phase doesn't really matter. If I'm correct, what you'll do is a scrim, VOD review, and you go through each of those until you are finished with your scrim blocks.
Interesting.
So VOD reviews, I've watched a few interviews with like pro players. So they'll go through a scrim, and then they'll have like a 15 to 30-minute discussion on saying, "Hey, you fucked up on this. Fix it next time," or "You did this. Maybe you did this well." I don't know if they go over exactly what you did well, but don't do that again, basically.
Yeah.
And then they go in the next game, and then VOD review again, and then keep going until they, however long they do scrims for that day.
Nice. So your final take is like, yo, Revolte, I am here, bro. I think of My Hero Academia every single time you say that. Not even joking. For anyone that's seen the anime, yeah, like All Might, like just flexing and is like, I am here. Welcome to the chat, Revolte. Welcome to the chat. Nothing is happening. So, it's the first episode of the podcast, my dude. Real quick, just to recap, you think that Clash is too detached from the pro scene, and it's not a good way for you to get in that pro mentality versus trying to find online teams to get into that scrim.
Yeah, because Clash is open to such a large player base. I don't think it should be considered a viable alternative to pro play, just because, I mean, it's like worked like what, once, and every other time it's been a failure. So I mean, even if it does get to be a weekly thing, I think it'll just be like a fun time for like 5 friends to get together from like 7 to 10 p.m. at night and have a fun few games.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm hoping they can stabilize it to the point where they can do it weekly, because
for real, yeah.
I would love to participate in that. Obviously, I don't know if my current or future, especially future, work schedule is going to allow for that, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
So it's only 10 o'clock.
We'll probably wrap up the Clash topic there and move on to content creation and content creators.
Oh.
This is going to be a spicy topic. I think I'll let y'all have one-on-one league talks before I join. One-on-one league talks. What do you mean, Master Bro? What do you mean? Oh, you wanna get into the in general topics, Master Bro. The Ask Me Anything topic, that'll be coming up soon, my dude. For sure. We'll definitely discuss that. But I think they said Clash should run every 2 weeks and not weekly. Oh, interesting.
Oh, bi-weekly? I'm totally fine with bi-weekly.
I'd be down for bi-weekly. That would be doable. I think
as long as it's not bicentennial. Like
bicentennial, yeah.
If it's like twice a year, then no thank you, sir.
Riot Games, this is a good way to segue into content creation. Riot Games has a tough time at making projects, programs, or just events for the community happen. I don't know if it's like a lack of having a good development team, which I don't think is the issue. I think it's just a lack of passion of getting the projects done. One of the biggest things is, speaking content creation specifically, like, Scientiff, you know better than anyone else, being an editor. Trying to edit a League of Legends video and make it a cinematic video is some of the most difficult thing you can do compared to any other video game out there, like Fortnite, like PUBG, I don't even know how to say it. PUBG.
It's not necessarily more difficult than the other games. It's just frustrating. that you have to have a third-party camera tool.
Yeah.
Because pretty much every time I boot up a replay, you need to open up a third-party software and hope to God that everything works, if it doesn't troubleshoot it, etc. But the fact that Riot hasn't decided to create a third-party camera tool yet, I don't know if this is exactly... Yeah, the fact that they haven't put one in yet is pretty sad. I remember seeing the person named Uli, or Skin Spotlights, that actually makes a camera tool, has been talking about possibly discontinuing it.
Man.
Maybe around season 9.
That would be tough.
It felt like he's been threatening it for a little bit now, just because of how I think tight League of Legends scripting bot basically has become towards detecting code and other stuff.
Yep.
I believe that's what he said. It was on Twitter.
Do you think he's threatening to stop making the camera tool to force Riot Games to make one? Because I think that would be an effective way to do it. It would be scary for a good 2-3 months because, like...
One could say yes, but I know Riot Games does support it. I don't know if they like endorse it, but I know they support it because they use it for League of Legends Pro matches. Anytime you see like a cinematic that happens inside of a LCS game, that's done through the Skin Spotlight's creator suite and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure if he was to discontinue it, he would work with Riot Games in development on a new one that would actually be like available in clients. Hope to God, cross my fingers for that one.
That would be amazing.
So
I mean, it's definitely doable. Fortnite proved that, right?
Yep. Well, yeah, almost like any major game at this point.
Yeah, almost any major game. So for those that don't edit, real quick, so like, I don't know if you've seen League of Legends content creators, like, there are these dope, crazy angles you'll see in the opening cinematic of the video, and you're like, whoa, that looks so cool. You see, like, Pyke in first-person perspective and second-person perspective. How do they do that? It's because they got a camera tool to get those unique angles.
Hey, if you want to check out those cinematics.
Unique here, not unique, sorry. Scientiff. I'm so used to calling my one moderator unique, but now I got 3 moderators. That's so dope. But yeah, Scientiff says all the time, it would be awesome to play a match in cinematic mode. Dude, that would be so dope.
You know what? Okay, hold on. Can I actually add to that?
Yeah, go ahead,
I don't know if you remember, there was a video released by Uber Danger a long ass time ago.
I remember.
Third-person League of Legends.
I know exactly what video you're talking about.
This was before they changed it to the Skin Spotlight creator tool. This was like, oh wait, in 2017? Oh yeah, this was done like 3 years ago when they, before the League of Legends scripts thing, not scripting, but basically their debug tool became super strict on what could happen.
Right.
So for example, I actually tried it a few times playing it in third person, where you angle it right behind your character. It's super fun, but I don't think you can get away with that anymore, just because they think you're scripting and probably get your account banned.
Ouch, that's tough.
Before you even manage to do that.
Yeah.
At least I haven't been able to view the map using a camera tool in a while, in game.
So let's talk about a spicy topic about content creation.
Of course.
Everyone in the chat has heard this sentence, especially when Fortnite came out. This sentence became so prevalent that you couldn't like play a game of League or talk about it to your Fortnite geek friends, right? Without hearing it at least once.
Are you an epic gamer?
League of Legends is dying.
Oh.
Right? Do you think the lack of a third-party camera tool by Riot Games... I don't think League of Legends is dying. I don't believe that statement. I think it's dropping in viewership, right? Obviously, but I don't think it's dying by any means. Do you think that's something that's affecting that?
As a person,
I would just love to hear it from an editor's perspective.
As a person who as a person who's watched content like that, seen it rise and fall.
Yep.
It's mainly due to the way YouTube started to hit on like single quality, unique. This is like, League of Legends content creation on YouTube that involves cinematics, etc.
Right.
It particularly itself is it started dying around stream highlight era, I think, because YouTube, this was back in like Apocalypse, when it would start phased out of views and started more gearing towards audience retention and watch time.
Yep.
So, for example, Peace Pigeon would upload about once every week. He would spend about maybe 30 to 40 hours editing like a 5-minute, super cool cinematic with everything super flashes and whatnot.
Yep.
And meanwhile, I'm a Cutie Pie could hire second sequence for about 10 minutes of easy gameplay.
Yeah.
And get thrice the views.
Thrice the views and more watch time, which means your crazy hard work to video, since you're new to YouTube, isn't getting the discoverability that it deserves compared to, you know, I'm a Cutie Pie who...
Yeah.
Now, I will say, though, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because with the cinematic scene, it definitely takes a lot more work than playing a video game and then you have basic edits, upload it to YouTube, and you get millions of views, right? More work is definitely put into it, but you could also argue that the entertainment you get from the streamer and the player is worth a lot as well, right?
Yeah.
So, who do you think wins in terms of the dopest cinematic video you've ever seen versus the most entertaining player with barely any editing? Who do you think is more...
In my opinion, by far the person that has put in probably 40 hours to try and make something for like that's 5 minutes long versus 10 minutes of reusable content, in my opinion. But that's probably biased towards my point because I did that type of content creation where you spend 20 hours working on a video.
By the way, chat, real quick, shameless plug, not on me, but on Scientiff, because he's editing one of our videos right now, and he's doing an absolute phenomenal job. I'm so hyped for it. One of our amazing moderators. He put the link, youtube.com/c/Cyan. He's got some crazy montages. Chat, this dude is a insane editor. You gotta check it out. Click the link, check out some montages. You're gonna be mind blown. You're going to be like, whoa. Why do you watch streams then? That's a good question.
Oh, is that me? Is that aimed towards me?
I don't know, but do you want to take a shot at that question? Streams are not edited at all.
Why do I watch streams? That's because it's very easily consumable content. That lasts for hours.
That's true. You know what? Let's talk about that because it's a topic of content creation, right?
Yes, exactly. I was actually Oh, fuck! I forgot about. Oh wait, no, we can transfer into a partner program later. That was another thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about that. That's a good one.
Yes,
so let's talk about that. Let's talk about Twitch versus YouTube. I got some stuff, some secrets that I can share with you now that we're in mid-November. I'm no longer under a non-disclosure agreement with Twitch. There's some juicy stuff coming out to Twitch, guys.
Ooh,
actually, really juicy things. You need to watch Frost Prime if you think streams can't be edited. They can be edited, and it's gonna get even better. But talking about basic, you're streaming, you're uploading the VOD, and you can't edit nothing, right? You can, but most streamers don't know that. What do you think is more entertaining? The edited YouTube videos or the streamer that's actually entertaining and is streaming for 3 hours in the chat?
Overall, probably the streamer for 3 hours.
Wow, really? That's interesting. Why do you say that?
It's more content. Like for me, the the brain dead content consumer that I am loves 3 hours of good content versus 10 minutes.
Interesting.
So that's much more what I would prefer.
But so there's a lot of moments when you're watching a stream, especially in games like League of Legends, right? Because you have dead moments, right? That's what I call them. Can I get into this discussion? Yo, Master Bro, I'm going to shoot you a call right now because I know you're new to content creation and you're definitely someone that consumes a lot of content, like specifically. Yes. So I'm going to shoot you a call real quick. I'm going to minimize you, Scientiff, so I can shoot him a call. Yo, Master Bro, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome to the podcast, my man. It's good to have you. Good to have you. Chat, for those that don't know, I'd be surprised if you don't know, because this dude supports me so much. As does everyone else, but I mean, this guy he's almost there every single stream. Thank you so much for the support. Master Bros is a super chill dude. Just started streaming not too long ago. I want to say maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
That's awesome, awesome. We're on the topic of content creation. And real quick, Double H says, YouTube, to be honest, since there are just so many boring streamers out there. Interesting.
Oh.
So no, that's a good point. Double H, I agree with you. Let's talk about this. An entertaining streamer versus an entertaining YouTube video. What would you pick? Streamer for 4 hours because I'd rather interact with you. So the interactivity is important, and that's one of the biggest draws to. I've been lurking, Scyther. Welcome to the chat, my dude. How's it going? But you think the interactivity is more better than the edited content on YouTube? That's interesting.
I mean,
really
I used to be a streamer. I mean, not a streamer, a YouTuber. So I used to like edit my own videos and stuff like that. So
Nice.
I used to be a streamer or a YouTuber for a while. But then when I switched to Twitch, it was just a lot more immersive, a lot more fun to me because I just show my personal reaction
Right.
to what I'm doing. You know.
Do you feel like when you're streaming on Twitch, being a content creator, do you feel like you're reading off of a script or you're putting on an act compared to strictly recording a video for YouTube?
I mean, not at all. I remember when I first started YouTube, I wanted to like do a script and everything,
Okay.
but I just realized that wasn't for me.
Right.
And like I did YouTube for a while, and I just realized that nah, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yep.
So when I went to streaming, I feel like I could just go without a script and just like do whatever I wanted to, and it's really fun to do. in my
Awesome.
opinion.
So you enjoy being yourself versus having to read off of the script. And
Yeah.
nice. That's interesting. I will say I learned a lot of different perspectives at TwitchCon. Scientiff, is there anything you wanna touch on before I go into this huge rabbit hole of?
Interject about just YouTube versus Twitch.
Okay.
I think Twitch is the growing superior platform for League of Legends.
I agree.
Just because you don't have to edit down a super long video.
Yep.
Because editing League of Legends games are a pain in the ass. Because
Yeah, they
usually
are.
of them are generally 30 to 40 minutes.
Yep.
And in a recording session with my friends, I'll generally play 5.
Right.
And that's about 4 hours worth of content. And whereas when you stream, the 4 hours worth of content is just automatically in your Twitch library if you have VOD saved. Honestly, I think it's a lot easier to do. Yeah, I'd say it's actually a lot easier to do Twitch streaming than it is to do YouTubing.
I agree.
YouTube's in an interesting spot right now.
It's an interesting spot. So, real quick, talking about the whole Twitch versus YouTube dynamic. One thing I've noticed with YouTube, and I can't really call myself a YouTube content creator because 70% of the work you see on my channel has been made by other people. Being completely honest. Double H, thank you. Scientiff, thank you for editing the videos. But YouTube's algorithm is really punishing towards the new YouTuber. There isn't much discoverability for that guy trying to make it in YouTube, strictly speaking, right?
Trending tab is screwed.
Yeah, and the trending tab is so weird. I honestly don't understand how that algorithm works. I feel like YouTube is more of a harder grind to get big and known, says Slyther347. Slyther,
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Now, granted, Twitch, like, when you're starting off, your viewer count puts you on the bottom of, like, or the way back of all these pages and all these other streamers. So it's harder to find you at first, right? But Twitch is doing some big changes to that, guys. I got some juicy info that only people that attended TwitchCon has info on, or people that have friends at TwitchCon, or Twitch in general have. Master Bro, you're gonna love this, man.
Oh yeah.
If you're a new content creator on Twitch right now, in order to find you, you got to go through like 17 pages of streamers. Most of them boring, no offense, right? And like find you at the bottom of the list and hope someone comes across your stream, right? Which is a little tough.
Yeah.
In the future, they said either end of December all the way up to February. It depends when they can get the bugs out. They're going to make it so that they're not adding a search algorithm to Twitch, but they're going to add searchability to your Twitch content. So now, if someone clips a specific highlight, right?
Yeah.
You can add a thumbnail to that clip, add a title to it, and someone can now search your clip in the search bar. So say someone wants to watch
awesome.
so say someone wants to watch Darius Pentakill's 1v5, right? If your clip is titled Darius Pentakill, it's gonna pop up with a bunch of other clips titled Darius Pentakill.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
which
good to-
I'm pretty excited
That's-
about because that's gonna add
yeah,
a
that's
lot more
gonna-
discoverability for the
that's
small
gonna-
streamers like me and like you, Master Bro. What are
Yeah,
your guys'
just good-
thoughts on that?
Like
Um,
you. Oh, go ahead, Scientiff.
I was gonna say that definitely, yeah. Okay, that's pretty much recycled content, but yeah, it'll help because keywords. Oh, is it by like? Is it gonna be by like recent, most popular, most relevant towards search topics, highest rated? How does
So-
that work?
So it's not going to be highest rated. It's not going to be a heavy algorithm like YouTube because YouTube, the way your videos pop up, it's going to be like, it pops up based off of views, likes, and interactivity in the comment section, right? And watch time. Biggest thing is watch time.
Yeah.
For the clips, biggest thing is how recent the clip was made. That's one of the primary factors for where it is on the search bar, right? And keywords. So how close the person that searched it up, so if I type Darius Pentakill, right? How close the title of your clip matches what the person searched. And the closer it is, that's where you land on that search bar.
That's interesting.
Yep.
I'm also I would assume it's going to increase smaller streamers not viewer basis, sorry, fan interaction. They're not fan interaction, but like audience interaction, like in creating clips, maybe.
Yep.
I'd hope if that smaller streamer encourages people to clip more often, to give them a higher chance of getting noticed from their gameplay or like IRL streams and whatnot for funny moments. So
Right.
I think that actually might be a nice change.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I can't wait. Speaking on to what Seeker said earlier, so like YouTube, I mean, to an extent, except you're not really searching up the person's stream. Their channel appears, obviously, because it's their clip, right? When you click it.
Yeah.
But it's not based off of watch time, and it's not based off of how many likes you got on that clip. That's not what lands you on the front page. It's how good your keywords you used on the title matches what the person like searched up on his search bar. So
Okay, so if you search up someone like Darius Pentakill, like with something like Darius like triple kill, just like be it lower,
yep.
like lower on the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
total.
exactly. So like if you clipped Darius Pentakill, and that's the title of your video, right?
Yeah.
And someone searched up Darius triple kill. The two keywords there are Darius and kill, right? But the penta's not matching the triple. So what he'll see on his, and they like showed like beta examples, right? What he'll see is, hey, I searched up Darius triple kill. What you're gonna see on the front page is a bunch of triple kills by Darius, right? And then if you keep clicking to page 2 to page 17, that's when you'll see quadra kill, pentakill, etc., etc.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I think there should be a tag that you can add to your streams that says new
whoops.
streamer, young streamer, and veteran streamer.
I'm
That's-
trolling. I'm not the one.
That would actually.
That's spicy.
Yeah.
That's a spicy topic. What if you could rate new streamers and other people could find good new streamers that other people still like them? Man, there's so much I can share with you guys. They're adding so much to Twitch that's gonna, honestly, YouTube should be shaking in their boots. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, because YouTube is going through like a rough time right now, to be honest. Because like, I remember when I first started YouTube, I used to get like paid, like not a lot, because obviously, but you know, I used to get paid, and like now, it just feels like you have a harder time becoming a YouTuber, and people who wanted to become a YouTuber before are having a hard time now, because it's just, you know, the way that it's set up right now, and YouTube, and I feel like Twitch is just gonna completely dominate them right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of that is just from what I've discussed with huge Twitch ambassadors and CEOs and people that had these business panels at TwitchCon. Like, they really do care about their content creator. Now, obviously, you got to make money off of them, right? But
Yeah.
I think Twitch is going to be a lot more friendly compared to what YouTube has done recently to support their content creators. What's your take on that, Scientiff? Being a person that has been in the YouTube scene for a bit, has seen growth, but not, I imagine, not where you want, what you think you deserve, you know, and what I
To
think
be
you
fair,
deserve.
I've had a ridiculously bad streak of like not uploading, so check my last videos like over a year ago.
Yeah,
But
ouch.
what I actually had a pretty interesting thing to say about this. I'm pretty sure Twitch is certainly going to overtake YouTube. I think if not, it already has, just because of how easy it is to access content.
Yep.
And it's name a new League of Legends YouTuber that you have not seen before, like within the past few years. What's somebody new you haven't seen before on the YouTube?
That I haven't
content
seen
creation
before
scene?
and is a new content creator. That's tough.
That's like,
Yeah, I couldn't think of any.
I kind of think of
Yeah.
any. I just think of the big shots, honestly.
yeah. To be fair, I do a lot of researching, so
Got it.
I've found people. There's like a few new people that I actually enjoy watching. A few of them are actually out of OCE. There's this guy named Pianza. He's super funny. He's kind of like a donkey style commentator. There's this guy named Shy Guy. He does like text. He's kind of like a.
I've heard of him. He's so cool, dude. Like,
White guy?
go ahead. Sorry, I got excited when you said Shy Guy.
Yeah, he's one of the few people. Yeah, I know. White guy. He's
Oh, Y
very
guy, my
interesting,
bad.
character.
Y guy.
White guy. Yeah.
Real quick, I'm gonna go a little off topic on a tangent. Y guy, guys, is so weird to watch. I was just watching Y guy Double H. You understand? He's got a white mask on. Doesn't use his real voice. He uses a robotic, like, text to speech voice. And it's just interesting the way he portrays his videos. It's definitely unique. It's a little weird, but at the same time, it's super entertaining to watch. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
I think.
Or go
Quick
ahead.
shout out, real quick.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
Master Bro, go ahead.
No, I was saying that was a quick shout out. Quick.
I got you. Because I think it hasn't really moved on from the YouTube content creation side. It hasn't really moved on from people like the Carp Crew,
Yeah.
Ross Boomsocks and his EU gang of goons.
Yep.
Uber Danger. Who else? Actually, I don't think Uber Dangers does more variety content, I think, now. But
Yeah.
it hasn't moved on from those people, and they've been doing League of Legends content since majority of them since season 5, I think.
Yep.
And that there hasn't been a new wave in like years. So it's kind of like, do they stay? Does YouTube League of Legends fall, I guess, in a sense?
Yeah.
Because I know YouTube League of Legends content creation has had its ups and downs, whether it be from the Reddit scandal, the Skype group,
Yep.
Bro Fresco.
Bro Fresco.
What's up, Pimps and Players?
Yeah.
Do I have a little story? Actually, I was part of that Skype group, actually, for a little bit, like, towards its end.
Right?
I got invited by somebody named Olray. He was somebody I did videos with a while back. He popped off a little bit, and I got invited by him to the content creation thing.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. It actually completely dissolved.
Oh, wow. That's,
Wow.
It was funny because it was an argument from Yomu's and one of Bro Fresco's goons named Lozo. I don't know if you've heard of him or not, but
I've heard of him. I don't
basically-
know too much about him, though.
that's okay. He's just pretty much just a copy and paste Bro Fresco. So Yomu's, he was bashing this was like years ago, Jesus Christ. And he was basically bashing Yomu's for being a comment bot.
Yep.
So I don't know if you remember, Yomu's really got traction because he'd always try and leave these witty comments on people's League of Legends videos.
Yep.
And it kind of ticked off some people, I guess, seeing him at the top spot of every single League video.
Yeah.
So he was roasting him there, and then he started, I think Yomu started firing back, and then even Profresco got on this, and then Sky laid down the hammer, I think.
Yeah, I remember.
Sky Williams,
I love Sky. He's I love how outspoken he is personally.
Yeah.
He's definitely
think
got a lot of opinions.
He's made, on Twitter, he's actually made plans, I think, to come back to YouTube.
Oh, that's spicy,
So-
guys. For those that don't know, Sky is a really funny, used to be, or he still is a funny content creator, but he used to be a hilarious League primarily streamer, and the dude is just awesome to watch.
Twitch over YouTube right now, for
Yep,
sure.
For sure.
It's also easy for streamers to transfer stream highlights over to YouTube,
Yep.
just because you can just slap it in super easy. You can get Windows Movie Maker almost even.
So I want to talk about that real quick, the slapping in. But before I get into that, I want to answer Revolta's question because it's been there for a minute. I think there should be a tag. This is way up. I think there should be a tag that you can add to your stream that says new streamer, young streamer, veteran streamer, right? Or boring ass streamer. I don't think that should. Or that's what you said, Scientiff.
Oh yeah, that's kind of troll.
But yeah, so like talking about the whole like tag thing, so they're definitely adding that. They mentioned how they understand the backlash from the Twitch streamers on getting rid of communities. Personally, when I joined like a week after they got rid of it. So it didn't affect me too much, but I can definitely see why that would suck. The good news is the tags that they're planning to add, they're trying to add like a variety of tags that matches the category or the game that you're playing, right? And then based off of like certain, how do I say, like based off of certain viewership, certain chat interaction and all that, right? You can get exclusive and new tags, kind of like achievement that you can have on your stream. So if you interact with your chat a lot and your chat is talking a lot, you'll get a tag that says, I don't know, for example, busy chat or lots of interactivity or something like that. So they will be adding that. I don't know when. They didn't give us a timeline for it, but that's pretty interesting. What do you think about that, Master Bro? Having specific tags.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting, man. That would be really like, you know, it'd be really helpful for like smaller streamers who want to get up there. And it would just, yeah, in my opinion, it'd be really dope to have.
Yeah, I agree, man. Unique said, I heard YouTube is trying to kill Twitch highlight videos. They can try, but Twitch is about to kill YouTube.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
I've got stuff to say about that. Deep breath. Okay, real quick. So one thing Twitch is adding is they're gonna add an in-browser basic editor for your VODs on Twitch. So basically you can now, kind of like on iMovie, I don't know if you guys have ever used iMovie or like just basic editor programs. Yeah. You can kind of split a part of a video, right? And then delete it and then stitch that part with another part, right?
Oh yeah, I used to do that all the time.
Right, so now they're gonna add that feature onto your Twitch dashboard as a content creator. So now you can do basic editing on your Twitch dashboard, take out pieces of boring content on your VOD, right, that you don't want new viewers to see when they see your old VODs, and then stitch together the fun and interesting things. And you won't need a separate program for that. That's all going to be on your browser, which is kind of mind-blowing. What's your guys' take on that? Master Bro, I'll let you go first, and then Scientiff, if you could hear your take as well.
Of course.
I mean, yeah, that sounds really good thing to have, because like if you have like a 3-hour stream and like maybe 30 minutes of it, you just want to take out because it's like boring, and you don't want to see new people to see that. You can easily take it out, and that would be really good to have. And like, I just think the one problem with it would be like if you had like an 8-hour stream and you'd have to go through all of it to like see what the boring part is.
Right. And
like you'd have to, go through it. But I mean, if you're willing to do that, I mean, hey, I would do it. So
yep,
I would have no problem with it.
Awesome. What's your take on that, Scientific, from the editing perspective, editor perspective?
Do you know if the VOD editing will be open to moderators?
So I want to talk about this. This is a big one. So okay. They've already confirmed there will be a super moderator feature in the future.
Oh, sick.
So a super moderator will have more access to the channel's dashboard than a regular moderator does. So regular moderators, they can ban people from the chat if they start spamming, right? But that's basically like the majority of their power, unless you're using a bot to give them more commands. Super moderators will have the ability to not only change your game that you're playing right now at the moment, right? They can also change the title of your past VODs right away when the VOD editor program rolls out. They won't allow super moderators to edit that right away, but once they have like the programming for it, like in the future, that will be a thing.
Yeah, I think the number one thing that really makes or breaks the stream editing VODs will be who has access to basically edit that, because I doubt, unless the streamer's small, like larger streamers like I'm a Cutie Pie, they probably don't give a shit.
Yep.
Like they won't edit that down. So that would probably be, say, either like a super mods pretty much tasked to do that. It depends on how many super mods will be willing to do that.
Yep.
And also where they place it on the channel. So like, where will people see it? Like, will they see it? Is it gonna be like another current videos chat? Because I don't know. A lot of people, as far as I remember, don't look at videos in general. because they just, unless it's like a talk show or something like that.
Yep.
They won't go there just because it's like hours of raw, uncut footage. You don't want to have to try and scroll through all of that unless you like ridiculously love the streamer.
That's a good point. So they did discuss that they will be changing, and this is gonna hit streamers big time. They will be changing the layout of your channel, like a lot. So you're still gonna have obviously chat to the right, your big video like in the center, right?
Right.
And then your headline panels on the bottom side and any extensions. So one feature they're gonna add though is, and you can remove this from your main tab or you can keep it, is shelves. So kind of like playlists on your YouTube channel, right?
Right.
Except on your shelves you can feature specific videos, and then when you click the videos, depending on the tag that's on the video, it links to a playlist of other videos related to that, right?
Okay. So
And you can have that on your main page, so like the first thing the person lands on, right? Or you can turn that setting off, and regardless of whether or not it's on or off, there's going to be an offline content tab added to your Twitch like channel. And then when you click that, that entire page will be separated between hot clips, highlight videos, and then your shelves, which displays your featured stuff, like your favorite video games or your favorite moments, right?
do you know if that's going to be like down here with the Twitch panels?
Yeah, so if you have the setting on, it will be either below or above your Twitch panels, whatever you prefer, right? Or you can turn off the setting and it will be on a separate tab. Regardless, there will be a separate tab for it.
Okay, I think if it's out in the viewer's eyes and it encourages them to click on it, that'll be a good addition. However, I just want to make sure, it'd be nice if that doesn't end up like the videos portion, because I don't think anybody's really gonna, not many people really click on videos anyways, unless they're like just like going through to like scroll through and find a specific moments.
Yep.
So if it's eye candy, that's gonna work out great.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
the goal of it is definitely to be eye candy. They said that's the kind of like how the YouTube channel is laid out. They don't want to mimic it, obviously, because copyright reasons. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. They got a bunch of other stuff that they'll be discussing too. Any last minute things you want to talk about, specifically Twitch and YouTube or chat? Do you have any questions, chat? I got. It's hard to think of any one thing to discuss, but there's so much information I learned about what they're doing for Twitch. I think it. Ooh, Revolta's got some juicy.
Oh, let's read.
Let's read this. I think it could be hard still for some new streamers to gain traction if all streamers can use these new tags. I agree, because even if the search is Darius 1v5 pentakill and you search that, I feel like with the number of streamers out there, it's kind of a hit and miss when it comes to finding a new streamer. If they had tags that were only available to streamers that averaged under a certain number of viewers, or even just been streaming for under a certain number of hours, it would be nice, for example. So discussing that, Revolte, real quick, they are going to have exclusive tags that only specific streamers can use on their channel. A lot of that is based off of the game you're playing, right? But like you said, a new streamer that's only streamed for a couple hours will get new streamer tag to their channel. Etc., etc. Interaction with your Twitch chat, very talkative, stuff like that. So it's still kind of up in the air what type of tags they're going to be using, but they're trying to make it so that discoverability is not as algorithm heavy as YouTube is, because in their opinion they think that's one of the biggest reasons why YouTube isn't doing so well.
Really hard, yeah. Really hurts finding new content.
Yep.
Ready.
Yeah, the one cool thing. Hold up, real quick before I say this, let me make sure I'm not in non-disclosure for this, because I don't remember the date for this one. There's so many things that I had to going to TwitchCon and going to specific panels. They were like, you can't discuss this before December or November, or I got the page right here. Okay, we're good. So Master Bro, this is gonna be interesting for us. Yeah, this is gonna be spicy. LOL Dreamer, you're a bad influence. How am I a bad influence? You gotta gamble. You got us hooked on gambling, dude. Gambling is amazing. Everyone should get hooked on gambling. Everyone. 1000%.
I know.
Click it if you haven't already. Everyone should be a part of the Gamble Dream Team. Only LP though. Don't gamble money. Gambling money is terrible. Don't do it. It's not a good habit to pick up. But
It
on the
insinuates
channel,
IRL currency.
I don't know.
on the channel, you got to gamble everything, man. Boom, we won. That's the beauty of
Gamble
gambling
all?
right there.
Yo, I really wanna gamble all, but I don't wanna lose like 2K points.
Dude, don't do it. You got way too many points, man. Gamble 10. Hashtag feels bad, man. Double H, I'm sorry. So one thing they're adding for new small streamers is there's one thing that's tough for us new streamers, Master Bro. That big streamers can get this easily. If anything, they don't even gotta try to get this. They get called and asked and begged for them to have this thing. Sponsorships.
Oh yeah, don't get me started. Yeah.
Sponsorships. It's something, it's every kid's dream to get sponsored by a big company or a company they enjoy, right? And make money supporting that, right? So one thing they're adding, and this isn't Twitch exactly, but Twitch is endorsing it and partnering with this company, right?
Yep.
Is they're gonna add a program called the Bounty Board. This won't be on Twitch. It's gonna be a separate website, but it will be partnered and linked with Twitch, right? Now, for those in the chat, this is kind of like what do you call it? You know, like in Fairy Tale, I haven't seen much of Fairy Tale, but you know in Fairy Tale, like ancient RPG games, you got your mission board, and you can take a mission off there.
Oh yeah.
You complete it, and you get money off of it, right?
Yes.
That's the concept for Bounty Board. So,
so-
which is going to be very nice. So they'll have sponsorships placed on the Bounty Board from big companies and small companies alike, right? And they have to be verified through Bounty Board company and a big background check to prove that they're a valid company, right?
Yep.
You can accept the bounty, and then that could be a short-term sponsorship. It could be a permanent or a long-term sponsorship, right? But also, what they're going to be doing is they're heavily emphasizing this for smaller new streamers. So one thing that Twitch has been like emphasizing to big shot companies like Sony, like HyperX is, hey, I know you like the whole big audience and marketing to a huge audience, but you'd be surprised how strong marketing can be for a small streamer due to the interactivity they have with the chat, right?
Yeah.
So more companies are more tempted to try that out, and the goal of Bounty Board is to give new streamers access to content that they love and they stream all the time and get paid for it or get free content, you know? Free stuff, free games and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited about that. What about you, Master Bro? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's actually really I'm really excited for that because like I've always wanted to like be sponsored by big or small company, it doesn't matter, just like sponsored in general.
Right.
And like it would just be a dream come true too. But like for the sponsorships, would it just be like different companies? Like would it have something to do with gaming companies, or would it just have to be? It would just be random companies.
So it's gonna be a variety. That's a really good question. It's gonna be a variety. It's anywhere between like some big shots. That way you guys feel kind of comfy about how valid this is, right? That I've confirmed to be a part of it is Sony, Ubisoft, HyperX. Like they're all gonna take a big part in this bounty board, right?
That's good,
So that's nice. But it's going to be a variety of gaming stuff. So like HyperX, Ubisoft, gaming companies that want to get their game out there, right?
Yeah.
And also new startup companies. So like a new headset company just came out. They want to prove their worth. And they know that big shot streamers won't want to look at them, right? So they target the new streamers and be like, hey, I would love to sponsor you. Is it cool if you use my headset and I either pay you money or I just get you the headset for free and you talk about, you know, the headset, how much you love it, your opinion, One thing that's nice is there will be a search, kind of nice and kind of not nice. There will be a search algorithm, right? But it's not based off of viewership and it's not based off of your numbers. It's about how much your profile matches what they're looking for a specific sponsorship. Does that make sense?
So like if you're like mostly towards gaming companies are gonna look more towards you.
Exactly. So if you play a lot of RPG games and your stream is known to like, because there is like algorithms like in place in Twitch to record what type of games you stream, right? And believe it or not, Twitch does have full access to see like what's the percentage of you streaming your games, right?
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
So like the good and bad news is they will be sharing that with Bounty Board, right? and they will be able to search up your Twitch channel. So the good news is if you play a lot of RPGs, Ubisoft primarily does RPGs, right? You're more likely to pop up on Ubisoft's channel than you are a first-person shooter's channel. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
So it's pretty exciting. What do you think about that?
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good because like that's gonna let you know that Twitch is gonna go way up because it's gonna like introduce new sponsorships and new companies, and it's also gonna introduce new streamers to that. So it's gonna be like a collab with like both together, making the Twitch community and Twitch everything just bigger and better. And like
one warning I will warn you about is think of this like a live resume, right?
Yeah.
You think of it as you're a guild member in a guild and you have reputation in the guild, right? You're known to complete certain types of missions and you're known to do this good or this bad, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you completely botch up a sponsorship. It will stick on your resume that you botched up a sponsorship with this company, and it'll have the streamer's reason why, bounty board's reason why, and the company's reason why on why the sponsorship didn't work. So that's going to be good and bad. So the importance is the communication between the company and the streamer. So like, have a mutual understanding that, hey, I really want to be a part of the sponsorship, but there are some things I can and can't say. Or from the streamer side, there are some things I'm willing to do and some things that I'm not willing to do. What's nice about Bounty Board is they're stressing the fact to companies that streamers and gamers hate being, every person's favorite word, a sellout.
Yeah.
Right? So they're stressing that, hey, there's only so much you can force the streamer to do based off of how big your company is and based off of what you're offering in the bounty.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. They haven't said when they're going to roll it out. They did say Twitch affiliates and partners get primary access. If you're not affiliate, you won't be allowed inside the bounty board.
The bounty board. No.
Yep. And then, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Man, you guys are just gambling away. My goodness. It's beautiful. Dude, you gave you... But yeah, Scientiff, any thoughts? Anything you wanted to share?
I don't really have any like large points. I think it's nice that Twitch is doing all this for the content creators to make it easy.
Yep.
To for them to grow, get scholarship opportunities. The way I thought of it when you said that is like, do they match the criteria of this sponsorship? I immediately thought scholarships. I don't know if are they competitive or they just, if the company sees this person and they're like, hey, you look like a person we'd want for this. Is that what they're gonna do?
So it's both.
Yeah.
Oh, it's both. Okay.
Yeah, it's both. So a company can choose to place a bounty on the board, right? Kind of like place a job offer, and then you can apply for the bounty, or a company can do both if they want. They can also actively search for a specific streamer that would match the qualifications, message them and be like, hey, I'm kind of interested in what you have to offer in terms of marketing. Let's talk. I would like to see if you would be a good fit for our sponsor.
So it'd be kind of like a scholarship, like a whole bunch of colleges go towards you.
Yeah,
and they
exactly.
message you and let you know.
Exactly.
Like, hey,
so it's a mix between you applying to the college and a college approaching you saying, hey, we'd offer you a scholarship if you'd be interested.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, no, that's a good point. So let's talk about the direction of, now this isn't going to be like, this is a little selfish part of the podcast. Master Bro, I'm sorry. Scientiff, I'm sorry. I'm going to be real selfish here.
Gucci game.
So this topic is going to be direction of Unreal Dreamer's channel, direction of the podcast, and you guys' opinion on like content you want to see on the channel, what I'm planning for the channel, and any questions you guys have. So before I go into like the whole rant of what I want to do for the channel, I'd love to hear you guys talk.
Go ahead, Scientiff. You go ahead first.
What I want to see for this channel? Well, I know me and Diego have already talked about stuff January. I'm gonna let you have your spiel on that later.
Yep.
But what I want to see is continued streams. I don't remember if you still use this stream schedule, but I want to make sure you yourself are able to get a nice, consistent stream schedule. That's going to be hugely important towards building a viewer base. I'm sure you already know that.
Yep.
Getting a good social media following, so staying active on Twitter, Instagram. I don't really care about Instagram, but Twitter.
Definitely Twitter. 100% agree.
I know Twitter is huge. So, doing that. Let's see. Getting stuff out on the YouTube, making quality videos. I think it's going to be a big one. Also, vlogging, just so people have a little bit more of an in towards your life, I guess, if you will.
Yep.
And it'll give them a little bit easier of a perspective to understand you.
Right.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
that's
you,
probably
thank
what
you,
I'd like
thank
to
you.
see more.
Master Bro, what about you, man? What are some things that you want to see happen in the channel? Things you've liked, things you haven't liked, stuff you want to see changed, your opinions, ideas?
First of all, I just want to say, this isn't selfish at all. This is your channel, Unreal. So, talking about you, that's basically what this is. And I think one of the things that I really liked about you whenever I first met you was the fact that you didn't have a schedule and the fact that you didn't you were going from rock, I don't want to say rock bottom because I'm pretty sure you've been streaming before this, so you know what you're doing. But you started kind of like me, I like kind of like how Spider-Man Homecoming or Spider-Man in general, how he relates to you because he's a teenager and just lives in a normal world and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I relate to that so much. But
yeah.
keep going.
I feel like I like people who relate to me. I feel like you relate to me because you don't have a schedule. You're positive. You're interactive. You just love doing what you do, and I feel like that relates a lot to me because I'm positive. I love doing what I'm doing. I love my life, and I'm pretty sure you love your life as well. And kind of like what Scientiff said, if you want to pick up a schedule, that would definitely help you out with just because I don't even have a schedule yet, and obviously so.
Oh yeah,
but
it's funny. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. By the way, you too, Scientiff. It means a lot. It means a lot. Two things I do want to talk about. Obviously, the big elephants in the room. Other streamers have criticized me multiple times. No, you definitely need a schedule. Revolte in the chat, my moderator, Scientiff, Unique. You guys have been begging me for a schedule. For anyone in the chat that knew me before my computer broke, right? So, real quick recap on my streaming journey. I think it was before Scientiff joined, I'm not sure. I streamed for about 2 weeks when I first started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a schedule. Unique, I think you remember the days where I used to have a schedule. You used to have a schedule, what happened now? Yo, you see, that's what I meant. So I used to have a schedule, and then my computer broke. I couldn't stream for about 2 months, right? I was working a lot of overtime to get the money I needed to replace my computer. Now we're here. Rest is history. So to be transparent with you guys, because I want to be 100% honest, and that's something I want to stress in this channel is honesty, is right now my current living arrangement is, obviously, I'm living with my dad, right? I'm living with my other amazing mom. You don't want to be wait, hold up, because you said that you don't want to be forced to stream when you don't feel good and all that. That's true. That too, but that's not the biggest reason why I don't have a schedule. A lot of it is there are moments in my household where I can't stream even if I want to and I feel good to do it, right? And a lot of that is because what my dad does is similar to what I'm trying to do, right? Which is he owns his own newsletter company, and he has a lot of podcasts, he has a lot of interviews, he does a lot of stuff, but it's from home, right? He's got his own little setup. Yeah. He does that in the morning, and a lot of that is based off of if he has an interview and if he doesn't have an interview. So his schedule is constantly changing, right? Now, the only bad thing about that is, as everyone in the chat knows, I'm crazy loud, I'm crazy obnoxious, and sadly, the volume of me bleeds down to him because he's right below me. So when he's interviewing and when he's doing work, I'm interrupting that, right? Which is not good because he pays for the bills and food on the table. So that's part of the reason why I can't have a schedule in the morning. And then in the afternoon, my little brother is right next to me and he goes to bed pretty early, right? So a lot of that is hey, familia, family, is it cool if I can stream right now? and is it not? And most of the time the answer is, it depends, man.
Yeah.
You know, which is tough because
Yep.
I like to have a schedule for the streaming, to have consistency. It's like watching your favorite TV show. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if you made time out of your day to watch your favorite TV show, and then like all of a sudden, instead of premiering at 7 p.m. every Tuesday, it's not every Tuesday, and now it's like whenever they feel like it and whenever they can, right? It's kind of tough. It's tough to keep up with it. So, I mean, like, I will say I am coming up with a solution for that, and that's all going to be changed this January. I'm pretty excited for it. So, I'm going to try to be more consistent with the schedule. I'll have like a makeshift schedule where there's guaranteed times and days where I can stream, and then anything after that is bonus, right? But this January, expect a consistent schedule every single week, 1000%.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking hella forward to it.
Yeah.
So, Unreal. One question I had is, wait. So, I don't know how old you are, personally. So, but I just wanted to
20
ask
years
you.
young, baby.
All right. Yep. That's what I thought. So 20 years. Do you plan on getting your own place soon?
Oh, that's a spicy topic, my dude.
Uh-oh.
So let's answer that 100% transparent, right? I am.
Yep.
And that's a lot of that is the reason why in January I will be able to have that 100%.
I knew it.
Yeah,
knew it.
I will be able to have that 100% consistency in schedule because of me having my own place. I will be able to, you know, set the times of, hey, when I want to stream, you know?
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And do you plan on getting an apartment or like a full on?
So,
house?
we're debating it. So, I won't go too deep into it right now, just because there's other questions that I gotta answer. But real quick, the plan is for me to roommate with two really good friends of mine that want to launch this business idea that we all share, right? And a lot of that is going to affect some of the marketing and branding that I'm going to do with the channel, right? And some of the content you'll see from me and from my friends. Long story short, we'll be roommating most likely in an apartment setting in the middle of downtown Austin, right? That's going to be pretty exciting. Can't wait for that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for asking me my question.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for asking. Hold up. Let me look up these questions real quick. We need you to have a schedule. You used to have a schedule. What happened now? Pepe hands. I know, Unique. I know.
You know, to be honest, I really wish that I was like more into the Twitch scene whenever you first started streaming. So I'm not gonna lie, like whenever I didn't start coming to the Twitch community until like, I want to say like a little bit before I found you on Amino.
Yep.
Like, a little bit before.
Yeah, I remember, man. I remember.
God bless Amino.
But dude, like at the end of the day, like I don't like to play favorites. I don't like favorites. But at the end of the day, everyone has favorites, right? But regardless of whether or not you're like the people I call OGs in the channel, it's not me playing favorites with them. It's just like they were here before I took my 2-month break, and for whatever amazing, ungodly reason, they didn't unfollow me when I didn't stream for like 2 months straight. That blew my mind. And then when I came back, they all came back. It was like, whoa, that's amazing. You guys rock. Thank you so much.
Was I here on the first stream you came back, or did I like?
You came like at the end of the week after I came back. I remember. Double H says the only reason I don't want to ask. Or I read that. Let's see. What else did I miss? I agree with Double H, but having a schedule sets up order and people can expect when it's coming. And even if you have to cancel, people will know because you send out tweets and announcements. Revolte, I agree with you, my man. 100%. That's why I will be coming up with the schedule next week. Moderator, Scientiff, quote me on that. Clip it if you got it.
Captain.
Yeah, so I will be coming up with like a minimal schedule. So I'll probably have like 2 streams set up for that week, right? Where like for sure I will be there 1000%, no excuses, right? Even if it's like ASMR, right? But yeah, and then anything after that would just be like bonus surprise announcements, I guess.
Alright,
So,
sick.
that'll be
that-
me. That'll be me answering Revolte.
Alright, dope. Oh, yeah, there we go. Unique finally brought it up. what brand of water do you drink? And we talked about this
Oh,
yesterday.
yep. I forgot I was gonna mention that.
Yeah, so I talked about it with Scientiff yesterday. So to answer that question, Unique, Ozarka water. It has to be cold, but when you try it, if it's cold, if it's filtered right, it's pretty damn good. Now, there's another brand of water I drink when I'm not broke. Currently, I'm broke, so I can't drink it. But
Fiji.
I kid you not, there's something about me drinking this water that, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I feel the hydration a lot quicker than usual. I don't know if that's weird. It's got like a crap ton of like minerals and stuff in it, right? I thought it was BS, right? Until my friend like swapped my Ozarka water bottle with that water in it, right? And I'm doing the workout and I'm feeling good and I'm like, wait, hold up. I got hydrated a lot quicker. I feel good, man. He's like, oh, by the way, I swapped the water in your bottle. That's the mineral water I've been trying to get you hooked on. I'm like, oh, it all makes sense now. But I'm broke right now, so we can't afford that right now. Rest in pieces, rest in pieces. I wasn't in Twitch until you told me you were going to start streaming on Amino. That's crazy, Unique. That's nuts. No ASMR, yo, Revolte. What do you mean? Well, y'all know you like it. No, I'm just kidding. I came on Unreal's birthday giveaway. Oh, yeah. Double H, Unique, Midnight, and Snowy are OGs of the stream. I remember that giveaway. That was nuts, dude. That was actually insane.
Oh yeah, will we ever get an ASMR stream?
I mean, the only time I won't like seriously like be like scratching the mic or doing all these weird things. It's probably just gonna be me whispering. It'll be like an ASMR League channel where like I have my reactions, but it's me whispering the entire time. So, oh my gosh, I'll be like, oh my gosh, the triple kill with the Darius bleed. Look as he goes in on the Riven. The Riven is trying to get away. He uses flash. Oh my goodness. Like stuff like that. So that'll only happen if like family is sleeping. I said I would stream, and I gotta keep my word. So
yeah.
Unique says, I remember back when I was the only one watching and chatting in the stream. Unique, I remember that. It was you and Midnight. That was pretty nuts, man. It was pretty nuts. Unique and Midnight are some of the oldest members. I think Snowy and Double H joined at the same time right after, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Thank you for all the support. It's like I seriously appreciate it, guys. Seriously appreciate it. I know I say that a lot, but like it's pretty mind-blowing the consistency you guys show with showing up to my random streams.
Wait, if I was to turn on my camera, would it mess up everything?
It wouldn't do anything. The issue with it is actually maybe it would. Revolte?
What I could do, I could per se help you later with if we were to do when we do future podcasts. I know how to get it so that you can crop the display capture and then you just have it over two people's mics, or sorry, two people's thingamabobbers webcams. So we can get that set up later for like next stream.
Although I don't know either. You're literally the only streamer I watch, Snowy. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alright, Chad, this is Ask Me Anything. Hold up. This is the time where you can like dig in deep. Ask my dirtiest and darkest secrets. Maybe you're curious as to why I do some things. Maybe you're wondering what things I have cooking in terms of content. Scientiff, Master Bro.
One question I had. What is your workout regime? Because I am interested and I enjoy fitness.
Oh, dude, it's a little brutal on the body and you gotta eat a lot. That's the key to the regime is like, if you're not eating... Are you
going bulking?
Huh?
Are you going bulking then?
So it's not... I don't like to bulk personally. I like to be lean. But like a ripped lean. I don't know if that makes sense.
Greek god.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Greeks did. Like the Greeks did. I don't like the whole... I don't use weights in my regime at all. Like, 1000%. Part of that is because I bulk up a little too quickly. For whatever reason, my arms and my upper torso bulks up a lot faster than my leg does. So anytime I use weights, my body begins to look disproportional, and I look kind of weird, like an idiot.
Oh yeah, I think you talked about that. I remember you talking about that one.
Yeah, so a lot of it is a lot of cardio. Boxing has probably changed my workout regime a lot. I do a lot of boxing. It's not even sparring with other people or hitting people. It's just like, shadow boxing, practicing in the garage, and doing specific sessions. I usually go for about 12 rounds, throwing punches consistently. I challenge you to throw 1,000 punches in place. No weights, no nothing. Just do it, see how it feels. That's about how much you gotta throw every round and a half. And then every round is about anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes. I do a 3-minute break in between each, and then continue.
Interesting. All right, that's good. Thank you for. So you're Cal aesthetics guy then?
Yeah, definitely calisthenics type of guy, for sure.
Okay.
And then natural bulking up stuff, so like push-ups, pull-ups, crunches, planks are my best friend. Yeah.
I hate side planks.
Oh, side planks are beautiful. I don't like them, but side planks are beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, you get those nice obliques.
Dreamer, do a giveaway for all of your LP in the future. We'll definitely do that. 1,000%. What's your favorite food? Seafood. 1,000%. 1,000%. Nothing beats seafood. Could be anything.
Crawfish.
Could be anything from fish, swordfish, or even alligator. I love me some alligator.
I've never had swordfish a day in my life.
Dude, swordfish is so tender. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. What's my least favorite food? That's tough. I eat a lot of stuff. Oh, I got you. Cauliflower. Despise cauliflower. Oh my god. With a burning passion.
Wow.
What am I doing tomorrow? Oh boy, that's a loaded question. Seafood. Can you be more specific? Anything. There is literally not a dish in seafood I don't like. Like, I love it all equally.
What about sushi?
So, love it. There's not a single sushi I won't eat. Crab, clams, everything, dude. I've tried.
Ooh.
I've tried to find one I don't like, but I love it all equally. Eat some jellyfish. I've had jellyfish. It's actually pretty good. It's a little weird. Not too much flavor, but it's been done before.
BRB.
Yo, Master Bro, real quick.
So,
This is your time. I want you to take over the stream for the next minute while I use the restroom. Can you do me that favor?
yeah, I got you.
All
Or
right.
I guess.
Master Bro's the streamer for the next minute while I use the restroom. Be nice. He's a chill dude.
Need me back.
Twitch.tv/master__bro. Super nice, super chill, new to streaming. Give him some love.
Yo.
All right, we're now opening up an AMA for Master Bro. Ask away, whoever the hell's still in chat.
All right, let me go ahead and start this off like Unreal. Yo, what's up, chat? Welcome to the stream. Hope y'all are having an amazing day. I personally gotta start off the stream with some H2O, gotta get some water because hydration is important. And we're just gonna go ahead and get into this and have some good time. So if anyone has any questions, y'all go ahead and leave them down in the chat. Go ahead.
Let's see. I guess I'll fire off one before other people get questions in. Who's your favorite champion to play right now in League?
I mean, it used to be Zed because I used to be a mid lane main, and like I just used to pop off with Zed. But you ever like just start playing a champion, thought you was really good, and then you kept on playing for a while and realized you kind of like drift from the champion?
Honestly, drifters suck.
yeah, drifters suck. Same difference in my opinion. And like so I would drift and slowly realize, oh wait, I'm kind of crap at this champion. So right now for me is Pike because I've been getting more into the support main. Hold on. So yeah, that's basically it.
All right, that's a good. We got like nice 4 questions, so I'll let you answer all of those, baby.
Okay, Revolt. Are you a cheese enthusiast? A. Swiss, Jack, American, you name it. I am. At Revolt.
What I miss? Are you a cheese enthusiast? I like some cheese. Cheese.
For sure.
Hold on, Unreal. I'm still going. All right.
I like it. That's what you need, my man.
All right, Double H. What's your favorite water? I have to go with that. Amazing. It is expensive, but it is amazing. Fiji.
Dang, making it rain.
Is that as expensive? Is that as expensive but amazing water? Every time I drink it, I just feel like I'm in the ocean or something, without all the salt. All Are you in love with Dreamer? No, I mean, no homo.
No
Like,
homo. All bromance.
No
All
homo.
bromance.
Like I love everybody. No homo. Bromance.
Bromance.
That's what we call it. That's what we call it.
Yes.
Why the name Master Bro? Okay, I actually have a good like topic in this. Great question, Snowy. Master Bro, whenever I was like getting into YouTube, like whenever I was like 12 or 10, I used to, I love The Legend of Zelda. As you can tell from my username in League, is Legend of Zelda, or Zelda Nerd. I love The Legend of Zelda. And I'm pretty sure, if you know Zelda, do y'all know what the Master Sword is?
Yeah.
I sure as hell hope we do.
I hope we all do.
Yeah, the Master Sword is the sword that the main character in Legend of Zelda gets. And I was just thinking in my head, well, I do like the Master Sword, so Master, and I'll just put Bro at the end. I was just coming up with a whole bunch of names. I put them on like a paper and everything. I was just like, what do I want it to be? What do I want it to be? And like I was just like, okay, Master Bro. That sounds
Oh,
pretty
the
generic.
Master
That sounds pretty
Sword.
unique. Yeah,
You're the Master Bro, dude. That's actually
Yeah.
hella dope. That's genius.
I
Yo, I actually like that a
Yeah,
lot. Oh my
I-
god, that's hella genius.
for
10
a
out of
10-year-old,
10.
I feel a lot of thought into it. Thank you.
Way more thought than I did. I'm just like, I come up with Unreal stuff all the time. Unreal Dreamer, Lego.
Hey.
Yep.
I just want to say I enjoyed helping originally with this. It's super fun. I'd like to see pretty much whoever you want to try and bring on here, whether that be other streamers, league players, Hunter Talk Pod, whoever the hell you want to bring on.
Yeah.
So, I'll be-
that's the plan. The plan is I got some streamers I've already talked to that they were like, yeah, for sure.
Right.
Anytime.
Yeah,
so.
I'd be glad participant in it or just sidelines watching, helping produce it. So
Yeah,
cheers.
for sure.
Always looking for the a fun thing to do. So and this is fun.
Yeah,
So
this was really fun.
Nice. Master Bro, anything you wanted to ask? This is your chance. Your one-on-one interview.
All right, let me go ahead and take a second to think real quick.
Yeah. Did you sign up for the League Partnership Program? Double H, I want to. I really do. I'm actually really hyped for that. But sadly, I do not meet the requirements to even sign up for the League Partnership Program. So until I do, that's when I'll do it right away. But I am for sure excited to be able to be a part of that. It's gonna be pretty dope. That way I can give you guys more stuff too constantly. That's like my biggest gripe about being a creator is I owe you guys so much, but like I can't give you much because I'm broke right now. But yeah, so once I'm a part of that program, that's gonna alleviate a lot of my issues with the whole giving away to you guys. Oh, fun fact, since we're talking about the whole name creation, hold up. I started off with Snowy Blossom on my gaming accounts based on my own name because in Chinese, my name means snow in one part of it, and in orchard as the other part, and it slowly evolved to Snowy Cone and then just Snowy. Snowy
Yeah.
Cone sounds amazing.
Snowy
That sounds
cone.
beautiful. That sounds so cool. The Snowy Cone. Boom, and that's your brand right there. That's your logo. You're a snow cone. A talking, entertaining snow cone. That
She
sounds
just wears
so dope.
the snow cone mask. Yo, what's up?
Snow Cone Master. That's
There you
enough
go.
for me.
Give them the rename on Discord. Snowcone.
Snowy
I
Cone.
hate you.
That's funny, dude.
Oh man.
But yeah, Master Bro, anything?
I mean, no, I really discussed all my topics that I would like to do. So
Awesome.
good.
Chat, this is your last chance for any last minute questions, man. But ask me anything. And then we'll probably do like one more topic and
Yeah, sure.
finish up the podcast.
or actually, no, there was
Yes.
one thing that I mentioned in like in Discord.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Scientiff, what's up?
I was gonna see if anybody else in the chat. So I'm pretty sure like the loyal viewers are here right now, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering if they wanted to see like any sort of projects to be worked on for the channel, because I'm trying to, if you will, take on a creative role with this channel and help, for example, like reforge and add some like new aesthetics to it. Like for example, with the panels, video editing, whether that be like overlays and whatnot designed. Please let me know in the chat if you have any suggestions. So there we go. that was kind of a plug right there. But back to you, whoever was speaking before.
Master Bro, go ahead. By the way, Scientiff, thank you. Real quick, shout out to Scientiff. This dude does so much for the channel. Double H and my other moderators too. You guys contribute so much. Thank you for all the panels you see right now on my Twitch channel, and a video you see on YouTube right now, shameless plug, the Lucian video was edited by another moderator. Unique is here and has been here since day one. Like, thank you so much for all of these support, guys. It seriously means the world. Master Bro, you were talking about, you had some questions you mentioned on Discord, and you wanted to ask them right now. What were those questions?
Oh, it was just one of them, and it wasn't really a question. It was just like, or I guess it was kind of a question. I just want to give a short little thing to it. What are your thoughts on Stan Lee's passing?
Oh man, that's spicy. That's loaded.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad. Especially growing up. Fun fact about me, I love Spider-Man. He is him and Iron Man are like my all-time favorite superheroes, right? Spider-Man specifically because I relate to him on a personal level. He grew up in Queens. I grew up in Queens, right? The Spider-Man movies came out when I was a kid, the original 1, 2, 3. And then what I relate to him a lot is if you've ever read the Spider-Man comics or like the OG animated series, right?
Yeah.
A common theme with all of Spider-Man is nothing ever works out for him.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, nothing ever works out for Peter Parker, right? Regardless of that, though, he still has to put on the Spider-Man suit every single day and be the hero that everyone needs, right?
Yeah, the hero that Uncle Ben.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the whole Uncle Ben thing that happened. You know, his uncle passed away. That was like his hero, but and a bunch of other stuff that happened in his life, right? Growing up in New York City is not easy, right? I grew up in Queens, and I grew up in good parts, and I also grew up in bad parts. I've seen a lot of things happen to me, right? So that was kind of like my one relationship with him, you know? So knowing that Stan Lee took a big directive part of Spider-Man, and to see him pass away like that, a man that created this character that inspired me to become the man that I am right now, it sucks, but at the same time, the positive flip side of that is like, it's cool to see how many people appreciate that, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is like, always remember the dude, remember all the stuff that he's created, and keep using his material as a source of inspiration, because even when he passed away, he was, you know, super positive and super upbeat no matter where he went, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a quote from him yesterday. We put in a
dude, that quote was amazing. I gotta pull that up.
I must also in chat. I saw this on Twitter, but it reminds me of why I like to help create content or help others with it. So, just
do you mind
anybody
if I read
looking
it?
for inspiration? Yeah, of course, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, so check out this quote from Stan Lee, guys. This is the original creator. Oh, look right here. I used to be embarrassed because I was just a comic book writer, while other people were building bridges or going on insane medical careers. I'm paraphrasing. And then I began to realize entertainment is one of the most important thing in people's lives. Without it, they might go off the deep end. I feel that if you're able to entertain people, you're doing a good thing. That's a lot of what this channel is about.
For real. Yeah.
I got some crazy ideas cooking, chat. Like, insane stuff. Like, if you look at the name, Unreal Dreamer, like, a lot of that is, like, I'm trying to come up with... My end goal in life, the one thing I want to create is a system or a method or be an inspiration to a lot of other people to do things they've always wanted to do, but because of social pressures, because of, you know, your family not agreeing with what you want to do, right? Or society saying that's not a normal job, but you have a passion for it, you have a love for it, right? Like, I want to be able to inspire and come up with, like, a legit way for people to go out and just do it. Because I'm going to get, like, philosophical and deep here, but at the end of the day, when you're on your deathbed, you're about to kick the bucket, whether it's through disease or old age. The one thing you remember aren't the boring moments in life. You always remember moments, and those moments are like the clips on a Twitch VOD, right? Like, you don't ever remember the entire minute by minute stream, but you remember the dope moments, right? That's how it is with life.
Yeah.
So for you to be okay with going to school, and now granted, I'm not advocating against school, but like, you know, having to go to school if that's not your thing, or having to get a typical 9-to-5 job that society says you should be doing, but it's not what you like to do, I think that's not okay, because you're not going to have enough moments for you to remember at your deathbed, you know? So, I want to be an inspiration to people that, especially if you're young, like, you still got a lot of time if you're older too, but if you're young especially, from the ages of 20 to 27, I was talking to this about Scientiff, like, you should be taking risks. I don't care what anyone says. Like, like, you should be doing that weird job that no one else wants to do, but you think it's cool, so you try it out. And then if you don't like it, 2 months later, go find another job until you find something you really like, and then triple down on that, you know? Getting off topic, but you know, like, that's the biggest reason for this channel. It's the biggest reason for the content that I produce, and it's one of my end goals for this insane plan I got in January. Streamer, make sure to remember when you become a big streamer, just like I'll remember you if I ever become a big artist. Yo, Snowy, Unique, talking about that, real talk. I will be making sure that I do my best to remember all of you guys. Like, there's no way, especially with the new VIP feature that is currently out, by the way. There's no way I'm gonna forget you guys. I may be bad with remembering names, but I'm great with remembering people, if that makes sense. Like, if I have a regular customer come into my Starbucks store, even if he hasn't been in like 3 months, I'm gonna remember the dude right away. I might not know his name, but I'll remember what he ordered and the experience I had with him, you know? So,
Hey, really well said, Unreal. Really well said. I feel like you're completely right about the, you know, they want us to have like generic jobs, because I see all the time at my school, like, how they want you to become a doctor or want you to become a lawyer or something like that. And don't get me wrong, if you want to become a lawyer or a doctor, you know, that's amazing.
I agree.
You're helping lives and everything. But I feel like they mostly focus on the things that you should become. Like, they're easy to get and easy to master, rather than things that take a lot of time to do, a lot of time to sit down and talk about. And, you know, because I feel like schools, they're mostly focused on you having a life, you know, rather than being on the streets. So that's why they give you generic jobs that, you know, you can just get easily. Or not easily, but, you know, you can get that's well known.
Yeah, and like with the content that I'm gonna produce, like besides the streaming, I'm planning on doing some IRL content as well, like with the vlogs, right? Especially in January. I got some crazy ideas in January, man. I'm just saying. For everyone in the chat, you're gonna see a ton of content being produced after January. But like, I'm not just gonna show the whole inspirational, oh, anyone can do it, or follow your dreams. Like, I want to show the nitty gritty stuff, right? I want to show that, look, you should take risks. You should try to find your passion, but I also want to show it's not easy doing it. You know what I mean? I want to show, like, oh man, this didn't work out for me. I want that transparency on my YouTube channel. Like, hey, I wanted to do this, but it didn't work out the way I envisioned it, you know? Because a lot of people say they want to chase their dreams, but they won't do it for 2 reasons. One reason is they don't understand how hard it is to do so, right? And then the other bigger reason is the whole, like, you know, the pressures to not do it, because that's not the normal thing the older generation did, you know? But yeah, Snowy, I will make sure to remember almost all of you guys. Like, and the fact that you keep coming back to the channel, that's what's gonna like really like solidify me remembering you guys for sure, 1000%, because I really appreciate the support. Dreamer, I got an idea. Dream Team tournament instead of giveaway. We should do that. That's a good idea. So 1000%.
Is it like in-house or like creating your own teams? Because I'll bring my boys over. Say hi.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we could do that if there's enough people. That is true.
All right. Yeah, pirates in disguise will gladly come over and yard hard.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. Pirates in Disguise. That's such a dope name. The tag being Yar. That's so nice, man.
Yar.
Dreamer, I have a question. Yo, Revolte, just in time, my dude. What's the question? Ooh, let's talk about this real quick. Snowy, I just saw your
What was
message.
the...
My parents keep
What was the
comparing me
question,
to
Mike?
my
Describe.
relatives. They were doing well in school and are doing well in life, but I personally don't see the use of school when you don't want to learn what the school gives. Oh man, I want to talk about that really badly because I got some serious opinions on that. Dreamer, thoughts on Flower Mage theories? Okay, I'm gonna talk about Flower Mage and Snowy. I'm gonna talk about your thing next, because that's gonna be a loaded response. Flower Mage, what might be the skill set? I think it's gonna be a high skill set. 1000%. I don't know who's in charge of the, do you know by chance, Scientiff? In charge of the development of Flower Mage?
I don't think anything about that has been released yet, but I did see a theory on Reddit earlier today that I really liked. Hold up. This might take a while to find, but found it.
Found it? What is it? What is it?
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna actually link you this chat real quick. Put it in this group here. So basically, it theorizes that I believe it's a Vastai. It's somebody named Ig. Oh boy, it's Ighhylia. So I'm assuming it's Igilia.
Igilia
From
Igilia.
one of Ari's side stories in her lore.
Okay.
And
oh, you're right. I know what you're talking about.
So the excerpt from the story is Ari, startled as a woman with wisps of gray-white hair, stood before her, shears in hand. She was wrapped in colorful shawls, and beautiful eyelashes sparkled with dew. As the woman turned her sea-green gaze to Ari, Ari felt a strange sense of unease, as if this woman could slice through her slice through her gut as easily as a fibrous stalk. So, wears colorful shawls, colorful aspect, possibly. Colorful mage, that's what it was. Let's see. The Portuguese translation of the champion roadmap translates as Uma Maga Bem Colorida. So Maga is a female mage. So instead of Mago, which would be male mage, so we're guessing it's female.
Got it.
So let's see.
And that matches the description of the lady Ari went to, where I think she got her memories erased, right?
Yes, and the teaser being a flower also might give a giveaway, as Igilia guards over the Garden of Forgetting, which tends to flowers and have very powerful magic taking away people's memories. So, I found that theory extremely interesting. It seems to not really retcon anything just yet.
Right. Not give away too much in terms of the kit, but it sounds like they're gonna be very kind of similar to Zoe, but not the whole spatial, but more the psychic and flower mage type of deal.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ionian, I think.
Yep.
Hopefully,
So
I'd like to see that.
for that.
Yes.
That's probably. I don't have too many theories on it. I'm hoping it's a support, but most likely, I think they already announced it's gonna be a mid lane mage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. Revolte, I saw your podcast thing. I'm gonna talk about that in 1 minute. I'm gonna answer Snowy's. My parents keep comparing me to my relatives that were doing well in school and are doing well in life. But I personally don't see the use of school when you don't want to learn what the school gives. Alright, so real quick, before I say anything, if I'm not mistaken, Snowy, you are in high school. So before I say anything, 1000%, no questions asked, whether you like it or not. I personally did not like it, except for the people. I had a blast in high school. But,
Yes.
in terms of getting grades and graduating, you gotta do it. You gotta get good grades, you gotta graduate. That is a no ifs, ands, or buts. You gotta do it. It's not because of getting the A. The A doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. But what it does is it helps you build the habit of doing something you don't like in order to chase something that you love. And that's a skill you need in real life. So when you go to chase your dreams, right? Whether that's to be an artist, whether that's to be an architectural designer, whether it's to be a streamer, the reality of life is when you gotta pay bills and you gotta pay rent, you have to work the 9 to 5 or the 9 to 1 job in order to get the money needed to pay bills. And then after that, you're working on your dream and your aspirations so you can make that your full-time job, right? So it's super important you graduate from high school. Your parents comparing you to your relatives doing well in school and doing well in life. From a Hispanic culture, I got that a lot, especially from my grandma and grandpas. Specifically, fun fact for those that don't know, I almost went to jail for a month. True story. For nothing serious. Never done drugs. Never drank. Kids, don't do drugs. Don't drink. But I partied a lot. And I skipped a lot of school in my junior year. Specifically 72 days in a 3-month period.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right? It's nutty. Yep. So, fun fact about that, I still had straight A's. I made sure to do all my work and do all my stuff at home. I was like you, Snowy. I didn't like to be in the classroom, and I thought it was okay to skip all that. One thing that caught me by surprise was, there's a point of the story. The court system in Texas says you're allowed to get fined and to be sent to jail for a month if you're above the age of 18 or 18 and above, and you're truant, which means you've been missing school. So they waited until my 18th birthday. They hit me with the fine, sent me to court. Thankfully, the court lady was super nice. I got to do community service hours, got expunged. Nothing is on my file. I'm good to go, right? Tough thing about that, I had to do 2 years worth of class credits since I missed so many school. In 1 year, I graduated on time, thankfully. Point of the story. I got compared a lot saying, hey, you got all these other family members doing good in school. School. The fact of the matter is, all high school does, at the end of the day, some of you might like this, some of you might not, is it prepares you to work the typical 9-to-5 job. That's all it does. That's a fact. Yeah. Because if there's one thing high school, unless you go to a private school, that's different. Or you go to a preppy school, most high schools in America, they won't teach you about finances. They won't teach you how to pay your bills. They won't. You've never heard of the word stocks mentioned for more than one unit in your business and finance class. That's just a fact. A lot of that is some, make you work the 9-to-5 job. Point being, you gotta graduate. You're young. You're under your parents' house. You gotta listen to them. You gotta say they're right and you're wrong. It's just the way it is, right? But once you're 18 and you have the ability to make a choice for yourself, I recommend trying college because it's different than high school. It's a lot better in my opinion. Still wasn't for me, but in today's age, if you want to be an artist, Snowy, I don't know if that's what you want to be. It's not easy. It's hard, but it's easier to be what you want to be in today's society than it was back then. Without school. School is not necessary for you to chase your dream careers. I'm gonna end on that note.
Yeah.
There's so much more I want to say, but it's a loaded topic.
Yeah, as a person who's currently going to college, it's like, I don't know. I'm actually still not sure yet.
Well, my last thing I will say is, if you're going into college and you're accruing debt, like a lot of debt, like I'm talking $40,000 plus by the end of your 4-year term, you don't got a scholarship, you don't got the money to pay it on time, I say don't do it.
Yep. Thankfully, I have scholarships, and I'm going to college in state, so gonna have like little to no debt. So
yeah, that's great.
That's good to get.
If you get that, or even a scholarship that you can afford, hey, go ahead, try it. I recommend everyone to try college if it's a financial opportunity for you. But if it's not, don't do it. It's not worth it, guys. Not worth the debt, because at the end of the day, you could have the greatest degree possible. You could have a bachelor's, you can have a master's. You could leave the college, graduate, and I bet you $1 million you're not gonna get right away the dream job of your life, unless during college you've been working in the industry you're trying to get into, or you had some amazing internships and you've made connections, right? But if you haven't done any of that and you've just done the school system, you're not gonna get a job. I'm sorry, 1000%. I can vouch for that. But yeah, that's what I'll end on. Revolte, about the podcast thing. Obviously, I'm new to podcasting. I've gotten off topic so much. Scientiff, Master Bro, I'm sorry.
Bro, we just
no problem. No problem, man.
We're existing.
But yeah, about the podcasting, you just got to do it, man. So many people are so scared to make content. This is towards Revolte. I love the idea. I love a science podcast idea. A fun fact, on TwitchCon, there was a panel of people that report on the weather and have a weather podcast every single week on Twitch and have a ton of followers. Like, you can do anything. People will literally watch you do anything if you're entertaining to do it. But you'll never know if you never do it. Never ask, never know.
These clouds are really fucking dangerous. Don't go near them.
Yeah, exactly. We got a thunderstorm coming in hotter than a ghost chili pepper. Whatever you do, don't go outside if you don't want to get burned.
Ay caramba!
But yeah, Revolte, the best way you learn is through trial and error, man. through trial and error. So many people want to be content creators, but they're like, man, what if I'm not good enough? You'll know if you're not good enough once you do it. And trust me when I say, if you think you're not good enough, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're wrong if you think you are good enough, right? But you'll never know if you never try. And at the end of the day, if you don't try, it's going to be a what if in your head. So when you're older, you're going to be like, man, what if? I challenge like everyone, if you want to do community service hours, do community service at a retirement home and talk to the people there. It's some of the saddest conversations you'll have if you're young. Because 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, man, I remember when I was young. I wish I could have done. Or, what if I did this? You don't want to have this what ifs. Trust me.
Yeah, that always goes through my head whenever I'm like thinking about being older and thinking about what I want to do. Because like, I'm scared that I'm going to get older. I'm going to like regret not doing what I want to do. And it's gonna go through my head like, man, my regret, like a whole bunch of regrets.
Yeah,
And,
I agree, man. I agree. Revolte, when you said, I also think it helps you with just learning, like the ability to learn and absorb information is crucial to surviving in the real world or in any workplace. I disagree with that 100%. Not to be mean. That's actually a really good thing to bring out. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like, the one bad thing about me is I'm 100% honest, but sometimes that comes off as rude. So I promise I'm not trying to be mean. I've worked in a lot of retail. It depends on the industry, but 9 times out of 10, what you learned in college and what you learn in high school, the environment that's set up is raise your hand, ask for permission, wait your turn. The only type of stuff that prepares you for is the typical working at a cashier or working at the register type of job. If you're looking to work in a kitchen environment, a marketing environment, there is no structure to that. You know, you gotta maintain you being organized. Now, there's some systems you learn in school that help with that, but for the most part, if you've never worked a day in your life and then all of a sudden you're getting your first real job, I promise you it's significantly different than the classroom school environment. Unless you went to a really dope college, in which case I could be wrong, but for the most part. No, I'm just missing most of my homework. It's just so tedious because it's just what I learned and did in class and I don't like it because I absorb most things from school into my head really easy. So I'd rather hang out with my friend Snowy. I 1000% agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Personally, I can't learn in a classroom environment. I can't. I got to do it myself. If I don't do it myself, I won't pick it up. 1000%. What I had to do was get my textbooks and figure out a way to teach myself like the material. You just learned that through trial and error and, you know, going to the school and be like, hey, I really don't understand this one topic. Can you teach me? And if they're having trouble teaching you because your learning method is different, I recommend going to your counselor and finding a teacher that can help you. Not to switch classes, but, you know, someone you can discuss and coming up with systems to get better at that. At the end of the day, Snowy, just like me, how I skipped school and wanted to party and hang out with my friends, you got to do it. You got to graduate from high school. You got to get decent grades. The systems you're going to learn to get work done on time, like, it's going to help you out a lot in real life. I know it sucks, Snowy. It sucked for me, but you got to do that, man. 1000%.
As someone's going through high school, like, I know it sucks, man.
It does.
See, that's why, because in this day of age, like, public schools, like, private schools is really different, but public schools, it's like you're around a whole bunch of kids that don't want to learn, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you could be the kid in the class who wants to learn.
Yep.
But if no one else wants to learn and they're just talking over and, you know, they're making the teacher seem like, you know, he's a bad person and he just doesn't, you know, because I know kids all the time who are like, oh, this teacher, he doesn't want to tell us how to work. He doesn't let us know how to learn. But I'm like, you don't want, it's not that he doesn't teach you. It's that you don't want to learn the material.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why I started taking all pre classes just because, like, I'm in a class where the kids want to learn. Yeah. You know? And it's a lot more stressful on me because it's pre-AP. But at the same time, it's a lot more. It's a lot of.
I will say, if you want to know a tip to getting a good grade in any class, Snowy, every teacher has to give out a rubric for every assignment and the way they grade you. If you can figure out what things are more...
Totally.
Yeah, you know what I'm about to say, right, Scientiff?
Totally.
Yeah, if you can figure out what assignments are weighted more for your grade, you can figure out what stuff to prioritize. So if you really are lazy at the end of the day and you want to skip out on assignments, you'd be surprised. There's some classes where like your projects are worth 40% of your grade. Homework is worth 10%. If you ace everything and not turn in a single homework assignment, you'll still get a 90 at the end of the day or an 85, right? But again, you got to look at the numbers and you got to see like what's weighted more. And yeah, so if you want to skip out on work, I don't recommend it. I say try your best in every category, but you know. When almost none of my teachers give out rubrics, Double H, annoy the crap out of your teacher and say, I would love to get a good grade in your class. And when I say annoy them, I don't mean during class because they have every right to ignore you. I mean after class, on your lunch break, in between classes, go to your teacher and be like, hey, real quick, I need to know how to pass your class. You're not giving me any type of system in order for me to do good. How do you get my grade at the end of the day? Do you weigh my homework more? Do you weigh my projects more? Is attendance a bigger thing? Is class participation a bigger thing? I'm gonna let Scientiff take over because he looks like he's got something interesting to say.
I was just gonna say I agree with you entirely. That was one thing my parents had me do. I suck ass at calculus.
Yep.
But that's how one of the things I survived calculus was going in after class to say, hey, I have trouble with this shit.
Yep.
Tell me what I need to fix. Tell me what I need to do better. So.
And you'd be surprised, even the super mean teachers that are super mean in class and they're jerks to you, you'd be surprised, blows your mind when after class you go to talk to them and be like, hey, I want a good grade. You'd be surprised how most of them actually want to help you get a good grade. And they'll give you like tips and secrets to be like, hey, if you just turn in this assignment, your grade will shoot up from a B to an A or a failing to a D, you know? Or a C, depending on the state. Yeah. That's what I say. That's what I say. Bro, that's harsh. No rubrics? I know, dude. Yeah. I feel that, my man. I feel that.
Yeah, I think that's also applicable just throughout life.
Yeah.
Sometimes it certainly does you benefits. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yep.
Whether that be in a job or... Because for me, I work at an IT call center sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, that's my current internship, sorry. I work at an IT call center, and there's a lot of shit that I don't know. Still, I've been working there for like 3 months, but you get calls from damn near any type of person, any type of medical-related issue that they have since it's a hospital. And, yeah, you just gotta ask people.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is ask. That's your greatest weapon in any environment, whether it's real life, whether it's the work environment, whether it's the school environment. If you don't know something, don't assume and do it. Ask.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's better to be the genius that learns from history than the fool that learns from life. You know? Like...
You have to write that down in one of my books.
Like, you gotta ask people, and yeah. I really need to ask more people then. Yeah, for sure, my dude. Try a bunch of different things. Like, I preach... trial and error, but at the end of the day, if you ask someone that tried it before you and you learn from their mistake, you completely avoid you making that mistake in the first place. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyone here ever taken an AP class? Sharuk and I've taken all AP in high school.
Hell yeah.
1000%. All AP.
DC and AP. Got them.
Which ones? Like every class. AP Psych, AP History, AP English. I actually skipped 2 years of English, fun fact. I tested out of English 1 and 2 in my freshman year. Yeah.
I actually wish I did that.
Yeah, so...
I wasn't able to get that.
Don't be afraid to ask to test out of classes. You'd be surprised how much you know. If you think you're bored in a class and you know everything about the class, I challenge you to ask if you can test out. Get the credit and just skip a year.
That's the thing?
That's the thing in most schools.
Oh, yeah.
Some schools don't do that, but you'd be surprised how
many
many schools do it in the high school level.
Oh, I was just...
Like in freshman?
Yeah, freshmen. If there's certain states that have laws that you can take the state exam, or an exam for you to test out and prove that you have like full mastery over the course, and if you can do that, they'll let you skip ahead. Like if you're a Hispanic speaker, country law says that if you're Hispanic, you can skip Spanish 1 and 2. If you take the Spanish state test and get a certain score, you're like, by law, you're required to not take the first 2. Did you hear about certain Ivy League colleges accepting applications for esports scholarships? Yes, dude. I'm so excited for esports getting recognition that it deserves. It's so exciting, man.
There was also I remember you retweeted this. I saw it as well. It was I think it's like Play Something. It's like a high school league that they're trying to open up right now for online scrims.
Dude, I'm so excited for that. Yeah, they're trying to do like a high school esports league, basically standardizing esports across all high schools. I'm pretty excited for that because that's gonna open opportunities for more, transferring to our college that has those esports opportunities, you know, and make it so that Ivy League colleges and big colleges, maybe not Ivy League, can scout you out and you get that juicy scholarship for being able to play league at the challenger level, you know?
Yep.
I could have tested out of chemistry and physics, but my parents wouldn't let me. You got some interesting parents, man. What I would have done, and this is, take this with a grain of salt, but I would have done it anyways. That way I wouldn't have to do it, because at the end of the day, you get the credit, and that's what matters.
Does it cost money?
But yeah, that's what I would do. I would be careful, though. If you value not getting in trouble, I would not do it, obviously, because you're going to get in trouble if your parents, for whatever weird reason, don't want you to test out. But, you know, it's...
But I mean, hey, everyone gets in trouble with their parents once. So no, it doesn't hurt to do it again.
Yeah. I'll probably do a whole video on, like, parents. But I have really supportive parents, so I'm lucky. But, man, there are some people out there that you just don't have the most modern parents in the world, and they're very old school. Yeah. I have so many friends like that. Snowy, it sounds like your parents are kind of like that. Not trying to judge. I obviously don't know.
You have an Asian tiger mom.
Yeah, Asian tiger. yeah, not being stereotypical, but like Hispanics and Asians, and I'm Hispanic, so I can say the Hispanic part, are pretty strict about you going to school. In today's society, it's just, if you guys want to, I'm not going to go into it. There's someone that goes into it way better than I do and actually has the say to say everything that I like to say. Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary V, that's a V, like very hungry. Gary Vaynerchuk, check him out on YouTube. He's one of the greatest social media marketers in all of America. Came from Soviet Russia, and he got an F and D's all throughout high school, and never went to college. You know, Gary, thank you. GaryVaynerchuk.com. By the way, fun fact: he's one of the few people that will teach you how to run a business, how to do social media marketing, all for free. You'll find his website will say, "Hey, buy my book." Hey, the only reason why he does that is because for whatever reason, people don't want to look at the free content. They want to like pay money for the same information he has on his YouTube channel, because they feel good paying money. They feel like they're getting valid information by paying money. But it's literally the same info. So if you want free info on like business advice, how to start something, how to market anything, whether it's a website, whether it's cooking, whether it's like, he goes in depth and gives you juicy info, all for free. Poggers, check him out. Check out his YouTube video. He's got some, his ideology on schooling is very similar to mine.
Yeah.
You'll learn a lot from the dude. Take everything with a grain of salt, question everything, but it's pretty nice.
Do you have Better TV enabled on this?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I was about to throw my Ushanka across the room. Alrighty, so in case you haven't heard of Better TV,
Okay.
So you see how those words are poggers, right?
Yes.
In all caps?
Yes.
Those are actually emotes. Those will show up as Pepe's. So install Better TV if you're using Chrome. It's a nice little extension that you can get. Really recommend you get it. It allows you to do a few extra things with Twitch. I think it allows you to do night mode, unless it already has one. I think.
Yeah, it just recently got night mode.
So, and there's a bunch of other little things you can do with TTV.
Interesting. Better TTV. I will remember them, man.
Sir.
Thank you.
Yes, dude.
Thank you. Oh, one of my classmates
I wanna
is
see those
Hispanic,
poggers. but
he had to beg the school to allow him to go to Spanish 3. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to annoy the administrators, the big people in your life to get what you want. Obviously, do it respectfully. Don't be rude about it. When you're asking for your teacher for help, don't be like, you owe me this, because then the teacher's going to be like, well, I don't owe you anything. I'm in power. You're not. They're right. And, they won't give you what you need. But you know, be nice about it, be respectful, bother them consistently, and show that you're persistent. And a lot of people will reward you for that. It's pretty nice. I'm actually getting trolled. If I bet more than 10, I lost it.
I can only bet in small increments. It's actually rigged.
What
What have you done? Yeah, go. If I bet my 3K, it's just gonna be gone.
Oh, poggers! That's why you gamble all, people. That's why you gamble all.
What the fuck? There's no way I'm gambling 3K.
Yeah, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Chat, last minute, what are some things you guys want to see in the point store? Rigged.
We have
That's funny, dude.
do we have Unreal Dreamer merch?
I've been you might see some merch like around March, not gonna lie.
If I was gonna say, hey, if you ever need some designs, then hit me up.
Yeah,
We'll do, my man. Oh wow, I thought I was like gonna guarantee to win every single time. I lost all my points.
Did she actually lose one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sad days, dude.
I
Sad
can make this
days.
easy,
Rig,
babe.
give me back my 700 LP. Yo, chat, you're all gambling a lot. What are some things you'd like to see in the point store? Some items you would like to see. Not like, it doesn't even need to be physical things. It could be like,
Here's my contribution.
gave 1 LP to Unreal Dreamer. Oh, poggers, dude. Hold up. Gamble all. Some things you can like redeem. Oh, poggers, we got 2. Some things you can see in the point store, like review. By the way, I still owe Snowy, Midnight, and I think Unique, if I'm not mistaken. I still gotta review your games. Send me your replays if you know how to do that. I think Scientiff knows how to do it. I don't.
Haha, well, I'm glad you all asked that. I have a convenient video on YouTube on how to share League of Legends replays. It's actually quite simple. All you have to do is go into your replays folder. Give me a second.
You gotta plug the video so you get the views and the clicks, my man.
That's actually not. It's not my video. It's somebody else's.
Oh, sad days.
Yeah, you gotta
Sad
have
days.
that,
I was gonna say you gotta plug.
Nah, man, I'm not that Gucci yet. Hold up. Super easy.
Yeah, man. If you know where the video is, definitely link it in the chat and in Discord if possible, my man.
Yeah, it's just a simple .raffle file.
I've
Alright, dude.
been talking a lot. Master Bro Scientiff, is there anything you guys want to say? I'm sorry. It's like a bad habit of mine.
Damn. Well, I mean, to be fair, it is the dreaming about podcast, so I understand you probably should be the main focus. But I don't know. Let's see. I'm looking forward to getting more active in the content creation scene and helping out with this, and possibly being less inactive on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Posting
buddy.
more than every once a year.
Hashtag goals. Hashtag goals.
I know December break, we have like a month break, so I can grind out easily a video.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm also, I'm pissed that, what was it? Riot Games, why is your off season 2.5 months?
Why is your off season?
Yeah, what?
Real quick. Let's
January
talk about that.
23rd.
Real quick. Ranked starts January 23rd, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
believe so.
That's 2 months of preseason. That's insane.
Yes.
Granted, I know they're doing a lot of changes, like they're adding splits, which is gonna be nice, but I don't know. That's kind of long. It's kind of long, in my opinion. Your master, anything you want to say, Master Bro?
Shit out of her.
I think I was gonna ask you one more thing, huh?
Yeah. Ask away.
Oh yeah. I was gonna ask you like, I think it was in my list too on Discord. What like pushes you to like continue streaming? Is it like to provide money for your family? Like if you ever become a big streamer, is it to like?
Ooh, this is a good question.
Like, what is it?
I'm gonna ask this, chat. I'm gonna ask this for every person that's been thinking about streaming, already streams. So that would be you, Master Bro, and Scientiff. For anyone that does content creation, I'll answer that question first. What pushes me to stream is, I say this a lot. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I say this a lot in life. I'm addicted to meeting new people. I think it's a legitimate addiction. I'm like 90% sure it's an addiction. Like, like
It's a dopamine rush.
Go ahead.
I would say it's a dopamine rush. Like you get to win them.
Yeah, yeah. So like, my mood greatly gets affected if I don't talk to someone throughout my day.
Touche, yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know if that's I think it's scientifically proven that's most people, but For me, I feel like it
Extroverted.
severely affects my attitude. Like I always say, if I don't leave my house once daily and interact with society, I lose my mind, right?
Yeah.
With streaming, I get to play video games, which already gives me a dopamine rush, and interact with people at the same time. It's like eating a triple chocolate layered cake, which is video games, and drinking a milkshake at the same time, right? Like you take a bite and then you have a sip of the milkshake. It's an explosion of like deliciousness, right? So that's what keeps pushing me to stream. I don't mind.
I fully agree.
If I ever go big in streaming, that would be a dream, right? If that was ever like my full-time job, I would like, if that was even my part-time job, where I could go like part-time that makes money and then part-time streaming, right? And that's sustainable. That would be amazing. But honestly, whether I make $1 off of streaming or don't, I will be streaming for a very long time because I find it so much fun. Like, that's me. That's me. I have a really good feeling that you would go big. Thank you, Double H. That means a lot. That means a lot. That would be really dope. But at the end of the day, I won't be sad if I don't. It would be amazing, but I won't be sad because I'm planning on doing this regardless.
Hey, yeah.
Valkyrie said it herself, so.
Yes,
Just say it. Watch
Valkyrie
out.
actually preaches that a lot, and so does Pokey. Fun fact for anyone that wants to get into streaming, I really think that you should get into streaming and ask yourself the question, are you okay with streaming for the next 4 years without making a single dollar?
Yeah. I've been doing it with YouTube, so yeah.
If you can say yes to that, then by all means do it. Like, people forget Ninja's crazy big right now, but they also forget he's been streaming for 5 years.
To be fair, Ninja was a. Oh wait,
And he was a pro player, yeah.
yeah, it was both.
Yeah.
I can stay in my basement forever.
Oh. I was just saying, yeah. It's as long as I have Discord, I can say hi to people. Like, yeah, hey, it's good.
You're good. You're good. I like the Twitch interaction. That definitely like it helps a lot. But I do need to have that in-person interaction like once in a blue moon because I will go
Certainly
crazy.
doesn't feel.
Just a fact. That's how I am. I'm crazy extroverted though. Like I run off of that. I get charged by it. That's why I love retail. That's why I love to work in Starbucks because I literally meet a new person every 6 seconds. And then sometimes it's for a long period of time. Sometimes it's not. But like, it's the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, absolutely. Well, I guess IT service is a little different because people are calling you with problems, and if you have really dumb people, they call you a lot.
Yeah.
So having regulars isn't a very good thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I guess there's kind of like a negative relationship there, but I don't know. Working retail sounds interesting, especially if you are at a place you enjoy.
It's fun. You definitely need a tough mentality for it. You need thick skin. But it's pretty eye-opening if you can handle it. It's tough for a lot of people, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I enjoy it. I wish there were more jobs for people like me that get scared when meeting new people. There are, Double H. There's a lot, actually. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You got your editors. You got your accountants. You got your pro gamers. They don't like. There's a lot of pro gamers that don't like interacting with new people.
Thank you.
Oh, never mind.
What happened?
Oh, I think it.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. One thing. I don't know if it's a thing or not, but hey, you ain't gotta say sorry so often, mate. I know it. I know it's hard. It's a really hard habit to break sometimes, but you ain't gotta say sorry. Sometimes it's understandable. Sometimes, eh? I love you to death. Sometimes tone down on the sorries. All right.
I like it, man. I do
That's
it
one
a
thing.
lot because I filter a lot of my my typical language on stream compared to out and about, and combine my language on top of my honest abruptness. People tend to take it a little harshly sometimes when I don't mean that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can understand that. But
yeah, so that's where I picked up the habit. But I definitely agree on stream. I got to kill that habit.
Because, wait, let me check. Double check my brain real quick. Oh yeah. So
Give me my.
sometimes
give me my-
you'll apologize for not being able to give us the world, and we understand that as viewers. You're small, and we're here to support you because we know you can't give us the world yet.
Yep.
Or we don't expect you to give us the world. What the hell am I saying? We don't expect you to give us the world. We expect you to be a cool dude, and you're doing the best cool dude and being the best cool dude ever. So keep that shit up, fam.
Thank
Gucci
you,
gang.
man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna sell everything I own, that way I can give it to you guys. No, I'm kidding. I wish I had the guts to do that, but I don't. Sorry, guys. I like my stuff too much.
Yo, legit.
I mean, that's a pretty good curtain back there. You know, sell
Yo,
that.
wait.
Pawn shop. No.
One day we're gonna have a stream. Every time I hear the word sorry,
Uh-huh.
you're
My time
getting
will go
up
up.
a $1 RP giveaway.
Oh,
I agree. Yes.
yo, that
Yes.
would be so
Yes,
funny.
we
That would
have to do
actually be hilarious. But you like
Yeah.
gambling, all though. Fun fact: I probably sell a lot of stuff on a monthly basis. Like, you'd be surprised how many times I go through my closet. I'm like, oh, I don't use this. I'm gonna go sell it for money, so I can use that to buy some stuff. It's a pretty nice habit to get, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Dude, that looks amazing. Oh my god. Bro,
I don't think you understand what you're dealing with here.
that looks phenomenal.
Yes.
I need that
Got
in my
this from
life.
a random ass arcade in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I need that.
Dude, I need that, like, now. I got a
It's
Chocobo
new life.
hat. I don't know where I put my Chocobo hat. Fun fact, I love Final Fantasy. It's one of my favorite game series of all time. Arguably
Yeah, it's
my favorite. Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Oh shit! There we go. Got this.
I think that covers everything.
Yeah, it does.
Yep,
and one
yep,
of those.
that's pretty much good. Yep.
Awesome. Well, probably end on saying that, guys, thank you for hanging out and checking out our super impromptu first podcast I personally have ever done. Big shout out to Scientiff. This dude literally went on a call with me to get me way more organized than I was. And just does a really good job of getting a lot of structure in the channel. So I seriously appreciate it. Thank you, Scientiff. He's also working on video for the YouTube channel, which saves me a lot of time. So thank you. And really appreciate it. Double H, thank you for working on that video. And Dreamer, I got a plan. I gift you bits. You gift me them back. I gift it back to you. And so on. I wish
Genius.
that would work,
Yeah.
except the only thing is, like, the way the bits money conversion works is you lose out on money after you give it. So, like, when you give me bits, for me to give it back to you, I would lose out on the money you spent to give me the bits. I don't know if that makes sense. There's like a percentage that gets deducted from your bits every time you buy bits. So, like, you can't, if you gave me 100 and I had to use the money you gave me, I could probably only get about 80 bits to give back to you, equal exchange. Fun fact. But yeah, thank you for checking out the podcast, German About Podcast. It's going to be a variety podcast compared to most, as you guys probably realize. It's very Twitch interactive with the chat. You guys definitely help move the conversation a lot. And yeah, we'll discuss a variety of topics. Focus of the podcast is going to be about, you know, crazy dreams, ideas, things that we do to realize those dreams. Obviously, I play a lot of League. Twitch is a gaming platform for the most part, so we'll talk about some interesting topics about, you know, gaming, new trends, and all of that every now and then. But the focus is going to be about content creators and all that sort of stuff. So, first episode is done. Poggers.
Did you? Good shit, brother. Good shit.
Yeah,
GG.
It was a
Thank you for joining,
good
Master
ass-
Bro.
Good
It is
fun.
seriously appreciated.
Yeah,
In
domo,
future
domo.
podcasts, for anyone that joins, Scientiff, Master Bro, anyone else that joins, you gotta be okay with telling me to shut up, because as you probably realized, once I get into a topic, I don't like to be quiet.
Yeah.
And I can kind
No
of,
worries.
I've been told this
No
a lot.
worries,
I can
man.
kind of drown out other people, so don't be afraid.
I'll be
speak
sure
up.
to equally match that volume then sometime.
Yeah,
When we're,
buddy.
if it's something that I'm equally passionate about.
I like it. All right, guys, thanks for checking out the stream. Thank you for checking out episode 1 of the Dreaming About podcast. Master Bro, thank you for joining. Scientific, thank you for joining. We'll have some interviews with other streamers in the future. I got 2 to already say yes to being invited onto the podcast.
Nice.
Mid-sized streamers, one with 1,000 followers, another one with 5,000.
Pogger.
And yeah, I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. So.
Alright.
Thank you for checking
Good
it
call.
out. Love you guys
Thanks.
so
Good fun.
much.
Thank you.
Revolte, you got this face. Like, stop while you're ahead. Oh.
You
Revolte,
should drop
Unique,
back to-
Snowy, everyone. Seeker, I don't know if you're still there. I'm sorry for not interacting with you as much as I should have. Thank you for checking it out. We're still learning. Master Bro, Scientiff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And yeah, have a great day for checking out this amazing stream. It's all appreciated.
Yes, domo. Alright.
All right, we're ending the stream.
Deuces.
Deuces, everyone. Thanks for all the support. Love you all. Deuces.